And for some reason, the cams, immediately upon starting, are beautiful. Vincent, how are you doing? Ayami, how are you doing?
We're good.
You're good.
We're good.
You're
I'm good.
Okay.
Don't you like just having double me on screen?
I mean, why we deserve W, honestly. So, alright guys, well, hello. It is Festival of Colors here today on a beautiful Sunday. Ignore the popping heads, because they need to find the correct cams, but as usual, we're jumping right into the fantastic 5th edition of D&D to help bring you guys a wondrous, marvelous show. Because oh man, things have ramped up in the past couple weeks. Oh my goodness! I guess what we'll do is we'll just pop in to our usual stuff, which is announcements and that sort of thing. So, as I get the cams finally, there we go. We're good. Okay, let's do this. Hello, everybody. We are playing the Festival of Colors today. And if you don't know what that is, it is basically this little homebrew adventure that I made for all my buddies here. And we are delving into this town of Braunfels. And before I tell you anything else about Braunfels, I need to tell you that this would not be the most splendorous stream if not for Indigo from Inktober Design. This overlay is just fantastic. It has been the biggest booster to me getting prepped for everything, because I feel so in the zone when I look over to see how the stream is doing. And I'm so disheartened when the stream crashes because of the generosity of you guys. So, just thank you, Indigo, for putting that together for us. And if you guys would like one of your own, I would advise you to go to Inkboard Design and drop in there, because, as you can see, it is quality. But as for the rest of things, you do have donations there if you want to come help with our current big goal, which is a personal goal. But you could use the donations to help our players get a little push towards the successful side of things with a few modifier dice. That's up to you if you want to do that, though. But we think it's great, and we love you. In any case, we're happy to have you guys, and we are going to jump into that town I mentioned earlier, Braunfels. Braunfels has this tradition of putting on a festival of colors, sort of a take on the High Harvest Tide, which is sort of this big jamboree that only happens once every year. But Braunfels likes to amp it up a bit. They make it basically a immense celebration with different artists, different contests, bards, and various other performances just thrown up onto the streets, turning the small but growing town into a hub of much activity, so much so that the Queen herself has visited. And we are actually on the day of the festival. But if you've been watching, you know that the festival is actually a little scary, because the gang has discovered that there is a influx of activity that is not good.
You guys are my best friends.
Ishman, my bestest buddy, giving us that host. Thank you, Ish. And basically, Slaadi, if you don't know,
you guys are my best friends.
Yummy. Thank you. I love the notifications, they're so cute. Anyways, so Slaadi are these giant frog people that come from this plane of limbo. Whoa! And when they come into our realm, they do it for a very particular purpose, probably to infect us with their eggs, or infect us with a disease that turns us into Slaadi. Slaadi don't reproduce normally. They sort of have to bridge the gap. And that's sort of what they've discovered, is that the Slaadi have sort of used a few token things in Braunfels to turn it, hopefully, into a hub of growing slaadi. 1. A Rakshasa that has infiltrated a lot of the politics and a lot of the infrastructure of Braunfels. And 2. They certainly know that a experienced elf named Weirdra, you guys, at least that's what you see her as, has been basically running a nursery for slab poles that have erupted a little bit earlier. In any case, our gang are some of the only people who know that this is going on. They've tracked down various hints and tips, and even some of the apprentices to a fantastical Slaad Lord, Rembu. This is the Slaad Lord of Colors. And in fact, he's right here. Last session, you guys kind of forced his hand by poking him in the back, and standing in the middle of the Moonwell Square, in all of his splendor, a giant Slaad, about, I think last time I said he was like 12 feet tall, covered in this iridescent, clammy skin that just shifts from one hue to the next, covering all spectrums, swirling magnificently, wearing this rich robe and just flowing long mane of white hair. Just absolutely stunning. So much so that everyone in the Moonwell Square, save for Kajemore, the tiefling of our party, and this little halfling named Hilm Girdleby, were completely wooed with his presence. Hilm, however, being his apprentice, knows he needs a stern talking to. And to get his attention, she ripped off her belt of gender change and reverted to her original body. And that is where we left off. Let's start, I guess.
Secrets are being revealed.
Can I just say, okay, in my notes, I have Hiln is no longer a halfling, she is now a dude.
He's still.
I didn't know dude was. I didn't know dude was your own.
Dude looks like a lady.
I don't have that song in my boss track here.
She's not. Like I was reading over these, and I was like, she's now a dude, and I'm like,
is that backwards? It looks like a lady.
Halfling. I don't know. I'll just
don't know
put
either.
under racist dude now.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Once you turn male,
Uh,
you can't be a halfling anymore. It's just that's how it is.
Right?
yeah, she stops. She puts on socks and grows like 3 more feet. I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I really
It's
don't.
Sunday. Good day.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we need to start off really quick. Maddox, we discovered after the session that you have advantage on saving throws against some magic stuff, so you need to give me another roll on your charisma save.
Woo! You want me to do that now?
Do it now, because
Do
what
it,
happens
do it,
next
Do it.
might be,
Do it.
you know, might be.
And that was one more roll on a charisma save. Is that correct?
Yes, just one.
Oh boy.
Why?
Yes.
Nice.
17. You are still charmed.
Oh,
What?
Yeah.
What?
that's a tough DC.
What was
This
the
is
DC for that?
Ouchie.
This is
It's
legendary.
yeah. Just the presence of him.
That's
You're really
bullshit.
close though. Just the presence of Rembu, the Slaad Lord, whose power you believe can rival some high deities in some cases. Still just bedazzles you. And as you sort of finish the obstacle course that Rembu summed up for you, you land. Do you land in the fountain, or do you how do you finish off that obstacle course?
I landed back on the finish line again, and then I started doing the Rocky pose. kind of dancing with the arms up over my head.
All right.
So I was right there when Renbu got yanked by Helm.
Yep.
So
you are still charmed. You still think he is absolutely... I mean, why would you not think he's absolutely fantastical?
oh, he's fantastic. This dude is beautiful. I definitely do kind of like, look down at Helen after she gives him the yank and growl at her.
Actually, yeah, a lot of people also do that.
She's probably very unpopular right now.
I mean,
He's probably very unpopular. Right
I was
now.
gonna say, like.
I mean, well...
Or he.
No, well, it depends. Well, she still identifies as, but you know how this goes. So,
Yeah.
she, it's just, she's a little bit fuzzier up here. She, again, like, just lets go of his cloak and sort of, like, starts shaking her head, and she says, Rembu, you have to stop this. People are getting hurt, and it's time to, like, take responsibility! And, he sort of flinches back, and just shakes his head and says, wait, I just came here to have fun, and I feel like I'm being really just attacked right now, so here's what we'll do. And he sort of reaches down, picks up Hill, and just sets her on the fountain, and sort of looks down at Kajimori. Is she always like this?
Should I deal with her?
I mean, it's Helen Girdleby. The worst she'll do is just... I don't know. Oh, you... And he, like, starts, like, rubbing his froggy jowls. You still have my brush, don't you? I can have that back. And, Helen sort of crosses her arm and says, no, you can't. No. You don't deserve it.
guys are my best friends.
Brahms, thank you. And Renbu just sort of like looks down to Lulu and says, this is why you're my favorite. I mean, you wouldn't steal from me. Would you?
No, of course not.
See, you could lecture me all you want, but it's just...
I look at Helen and I say, the Lord does not ask.
Yeah. Maddox, by the way, good job again. Good job. That was wonderful. And he sort of just like claps, and everybody claps for you. In the square. Every single person.
I was saying that to Helen because she didn't give him the paintbrush back.
Yeah.
Saying that he's not asking for it, he's demanding it.
Oh, that's true. And Helen says, well, I don't have it on me. So, maybe if you start showing some better colors, as in, doing good things for the people here. How long have you used this festival? Like, and Remember says, oh gosh, I'm a big fan of this festival. I think it's actually one of the most wonderful things I've ever invested in. This is truly a spectacular event. And he sort of notices, Cage, you weren't clapping. And he sort of just crouches down to sort of get a gander at you.
Let's look up at him.
You don't look like you're having fun.
There's a lot of unfun things happening here. A lot of people getting hurt. And they are using this festival to ruin it. Not just for now, but forever.
Well, I hate party poopers. So, how's this? Listen, I have a lot of things that I need to do today, because, for one, there's, oh my gosh, there's a new circus outside the town. I'm gonna go visit that. But then, after that, I have to go visit the new bard contest. Lulu, are you in the bard contest?
And Lulu, you see her face drop. I was going to be, but I got caught up in trying to save the festival. So I don't think so. Not this year.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, saving the festival is a big deal. I would wish you would put your craft above, lesser things. Let's see how to put this. Just come here for a second. And he sort of leans in and he says, "This guy's a real bummer. Can we get rid of him? What do I need to say to get rid of him?"
Well, I think with that guy, his big thing is a Rakshasa is somewhere in the city, and I think he was sent here to kill the Rakshasa, who probably is working with, I believe, another Slaad Lord. Oh, did you know about the other Slaad Lord?
No.
I turn back.
I'm just right next to them. I'll walk, get up like lizard.
Yeah. He sort of just brings Lulu under the shadow of his cloak and is just whispering to her, not very inconspicuously.
Yeah.
I go. I can still hear you.
I say. I was just going to say, Lord Renbeer, that this festival will not continue without our interference.
He rolls his eyes, and
Not only that, there are those that seek your stone. I go, Lulu, do you have the book?
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Let him see for himself.
Out of character, are you talking about either what book?
The spell book.
Oh, yeah.
The one with the tongue on it.
Yeah, I reach in oh yeah, here, we found this, yeah, also, I don't really think you need to worry about it, because obviously you're really powerful. We just want to let you know about it in case somebody tries to, sneak up on you or something. We think, oh my gosh, what was his name? Big dude, he wants to be the, Slaad Lord of Death or something. He's being trained by... He's being trained by...
Okay, so what's this book?
Yegoro?
Yes, that was it. Sorry, this book, we found it in the nursery, the Slaad nursery.
Okay, so there's a nursery.
We kind of destroyed a lot of it, but yeah.
It's a weird place.
We have made many strides towards defeating this, but there is a great evil that may be beyond us.
Which is okay, because you're here now.
Yeah, I'm here now. Yeah. So you guys, it sounds like you're doing a great job. And I'm very proud of that, Lulu. Good job. That's wonderful.
Something's bothering you.
Thank you, Renbu. Oh my goodness,
And he looks over to Miyako and says, "Have you been taking care of my little Lulu?"
She's still alive, isn't she?
Oh yeah! But, are you...
She's kind of mean sometimes.
She's mean?
They threw me once to try to see if there was a trap in a tunnel.
They threw you?
She said she wanted to.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
It was scary, but I guess it was.
The plan.
But then they keep bringing it up, they want to throw me into places. Anyway, yeah.
She is a strong... She is a strong ally.
Wish to hear a bit of truth from Lulu. She has gathered much information, and it could save your life.
You should have seen it, Renbu. I had a whole wall of things that were connected.
I kind of like
it was amazing.
Him, and I go, please release the charm on her. If anything on her, she will not harm you.
No, this is... What do you mean charm? Renbu would never do that.
Of course. No, it's fine. Hey, so what are the Slaad doing here? I mean, I didn't invite them. The only one I invited was Sakura.
Oh.
He's my nephew. Nephew. My nephew. Hello, nephew. And he's still in dwarf for him, by the way, and he just... Hello, Auntie. And,
This is Sacrine.
Oh no, that's, Sakorn. Sakorn?
No. Oh no.
Oh my gosh, I haven't seen Sakorn in a long time.
You
Oh,
will not
no.
see him again, Lord.
Oh, really?
He is. We slew him in the sewers.
I wasn't there. I tried to save him.
I really think you should open this book.
I don't think he'd be able to read it though. There's the tongue. I think somebody has to sacrifice their tongue. I was actually thinking about it, so I can read it. But I don't know. You might be able to do it just by being you. But yes, there was Slaadi and Sacrine was here. I think he was being controlled by
We have also faced a green and a
Slaadi.
blue as well.
Alright,
Yeah.
well, this is a real bummer because, you know, I just come here to relax. And, you know, this was going to be a special one. I was going to get to see, you know, which of my apprentices, you know, had the real chops. So...
Welcome to
You know
my
what,
world. I just came here to play music and be the best bard ever because let me tell you, I would have won that fucking contest. I had it.
I believe we still may be able to save things, but we will need your help to do it.
Oh, well, of course. Alright then. So here's what I'll do. You need to find this Rakshasa. That's the first step. And then... then I will hunt down the rest of these slaadi, and I'll tell them to stop it! How about that?
Would they heed you?
Oh, please. I'm the Lord of...
Sorry, Lord. That is a
Come
silly
on.
question. Of course they would. Of course they would.
You're wonderful, but you need to learn to think on your feet instead of, you know, talking.
Yes, Lord.
See what a good teacher he is.
You know, I
kind of go over to the book and I go to the page in which I read.
Mm-hmm.
I go, I speak truth, Lord Rembu. And I open the page and I show them the page that they have on him, the plot on his stone.
This page, for those who don't know, is in this tome of... the tome is basically a thick slab of two blue slaadi skins sort of slapped together in a thick hardcover. And the interior pages, one of them depicts a spell. One of them is a intensely accurate drawing of Rembu, while also holding on the back of the page, of that same page, what looks like some sort of flask. And the magic that is sort of poured into this spell book on this particular page is intense. And Rembu just sort of like strokes his like warble right here, and he sort of says, "That's interesting. That's really... Who drew this?"
We
I do
don't
not
know.
know.
Oh,
But whoever did
We just found it.
is plotting against you. And you know exactly what will happen if they get it.
yeah, but no, it'll never work.
Are you so sure of this?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So yeah,
Nice.
here's what I'll do. And he sort of like starts clacking his claws together, and he looks up at the sky, and then he sort of begins to swirl his hand in a circular fashion, seems to be casting some spell, and dark lines start riding along his arm, his right arm. And then he stops and says, "I'm sorry, are you left-handed or right-handed?" To Kaje Mori.
I am right.
Great! And I don't have to do this over again. He starts like twirling the colors around until he sort of holds it out to you, and his palm begins to lift various colors out of it into a swirling ball that just hardens into this this tiny sphere. And then he just sort of holds it out to you and says, "This should tell you where the Rakshasa is." How about
Told
this?
ya.
You guys go find the Rakshasa. Locate creature. It's really easy. You go kill him, and I'll go and slap the slaadi.
We have a meeting with.
There's also another
believe-
player.
Oh, God.
Maddox's former master. Anatar.
Anatar.
Very powerful mage.
Oh, he has a green slad too, doesn't he?
Yes.
Ha, I forgot about
We
that.
don't know what role he plays in this. There are many conspiring against you.
Like I said, I made a wall. There's a lot of pieces here.
Ah, that's really great, Lulu. How about this? You do the Rakshasa bit, and we'll follow up on this later. All right?
I believe that dealing with the Rakshasa and the slaadi will tell us what we need to know about Anatar's role in this. I feel like if he is in league with them, then they are servants to him. He is a very powerful mage.
All right, Cat, you're. Jeez, all of you are just. Ugh. And he just just starts like. Just lots of distasteful grunts.
Just please.
I go, if you wish for this to continue to be a beautiful place to come back to, you're going to need to take a little bit of responsibility. At least for the time being.
Make a persuasion check.
I
Finally.
love people telling off Renvu. It's my favorite thing.
Right? I
Just
hate
take
him so much.
responsibility of
I'm
what
I hate
you're
him
no space
doing.
for that right now.
I hate him and I love him at the same time.
13. He nods and says, "Fine. You know, what's your name? I forgot it.
Cage.
Cage. Mr. Cage, you have a way with words. There's something about you that speaks. I know what I'm talking about. So here's what I'll do. Again, take this locate creature ball, go find the Rakshasa, go slap it really hard, and then once it's dead, we'll continue making this festival as wonderful and beautiful as it can be, okay? I'm going to make sure that I do my own little locate creature stuff, and we'll see if I can deal out some proper authority on some of the slaadi who don't know any better, okay?
This is good.
This is very good. Okay, now shake the left hand.
Your plan sounds brilliant, Great Lord.
You know, you're really cute, you know that? And he just sort of like puts a claw and just like pokes your little nose. And then he sort of looks to Miyako and says, You're really awesome.
Oh god.
You're about the only one that hasn't really, been a real bummer this time. Can you juggle?
You're damn right she can.
Why?
I don't
She
know.
wants
You just seem like one of those types.
No.
Can you
Nor would I ever want to.
can you dance?
Not that I can.
You gotta remember, this is your best friend asking you these questions.
Everybody
I know.
can dance if they try.
So the way that I've decided to play Miyako as Charmed is that she's basically not gonna kill him, but that doesn't mean that she's gonna answer all of his questions. Yeah, because normally if she wasn't Charmed, she'd be like, why are you asking her? I'm gonna kill you, basically. So, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna play her as Charmed, so this is how it's gonna happen. And she's like, not particularly. Why?
Could you like?
I can
She
fight.
fights very well.
Yeah, but fighting
That's
That's
is
about it.
that's about it.
That's all I was good for.
Well, in this sort of plane of existence, I expect that's a very good vocation. So good on you. He just sort of claps his little palms together, and then he just sort of ruffles Lulu's head and says, "All right, you be good now, okay? make me proud.
Yep, and you be careful of Sorel and Yagoro. I know it can be annoying, but you got this.
Ah, of course. You can put your faith in me. You know that.
Awesome.
Mr. Maddox.
Yes, Lord.
I saw another cat around here. Are you two related?
She works for the Dark Power.
Okay.
She claims to want freedom from him as I claimed for myself.
They looked for Othal.
Oh. Othal, you really gotta...
The Dark Power wishes to claim her magic for his own.
She sort of crosses her arms, this immense Goliath covered in these magical tattoos, and she says, he can try to take it if he wants. And Remember says, yeah, he could try to, take it. He'd have to skin you alive, though. And she says, regardless, he won't learn how to do it.
This is not beyond the Dark Power. He will find what he is searching for. I have learned this lesson painfully over the years.
That's unfortunate, because, yeah. We worked hard on getting that magic to work. So, it'd be really shitty if someone could replicate that. I'm not good on copy artists. Or copycats, I guess.
Kate Snickers to that one.
This is a challenge worthy of your greatness. Yeah.
Awesome. That's on the list of people I need to step on. So here's what we'll do. Everybody gather up, let's huddle up, and he sort of like opens his cloak to get everybody, and he's like, alright.
Oh god, going underneath the slaadi cloak.
Here we go, guys.
Yeah. Miaka's a little hesitant, but she follows.
All out of character, in character, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's hug.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah, Miaka's, she rolls her eyes, but she follows him.
Let's hug it out.
Alright, everybody, let's go be awesome! And then he lets you guys go, and then he sort of like trots off.
So does that mean we're not under his charm anymore, or?
Yeah, the hug breaks the charm because it was very tight and uncomfortable.
As soon as the charm breaks,
hence why he trotted off immediately.
I stand there like a wet cat. Like I just got a bucket of water dumped on.
Yeah, and I'm just standing there blinking in the direction that he went, and she just goes, "What the hell just happened?"
Shit, you.
And she turns to Cage and she goes, "What?
You
Do you have any explanations?"
You were charmed, all of you.
Damn it!
But we have
I'm going to murder him.
a way
now.
to find this Rakshasa now.
What is that?
And he shows this and actually gives it over to Lulu. Yes.
Is it?
Said it was a locate creature.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And we remember everything that went on, right?
Oh, totally.
Okay, cool. Okay, so do I still have the spell book?
Yes.
Okay.
I look back at the course and just start shaking my head like, what a fool.
I put that back. I kind of look at the locate creature like,
He's not taking this seriously enough.
Hiln sort of has her hands like this, and she's like, "You assholes! He's not gonna follow through on this."
There's no way. God damn it.
Miyako turns to her and she goes, "Excuse me, we didn't have a fucking choice."
Not that I blame you. It's just this is how he works.
I swear, I get out and then he reels me right back in. God, I turn to Hiln. I'm like, you know. She's just pacing back and forth.
All right. You guys are going for the Rakshasa, right?
Yes.
I guess.
I guess. Okay. So we need to do something. And Othal sort of like...
My magic is not going to be any use against this Rakshasa. They're powerful. They can resist a lot.
I don't know about you guys, but I need to get a shield at some point before we take this thing on.
Art.
You might want to use those rapiers as well. They do not like pointy things.
A lot of things don't like pointy things. Alright.
Well, specifically those.
Okay.
Yeah. Art's gonna chime in and say, I mean, I've got a few things about Rakshasa that I know. At the very least, they won't be throwing very heavy magic at you, but at the very... You should at least be cautious about who might get... I mean, if what just happened is any indicator, Rakshasas are just as worse.
Yeah.
He could charm you.
So we've heard.
They have power that equals the Great Rainbow.
My
And then I
Only
stop and shake my head, and I'm like, did I just say that?
And Miyako turns back and she goes, "Did you really just say that?"
Helena
Let's
just
not- I told
starts
you.
rubbing
I
her
told you.
eyes. Do you just say
Let's
that?
not speak of this again.
And Miyako's like, I don't know about you guys, but my plan is to stop by one of these vendors and get a shield, because I'm probably going to need it against that Rakshasa.
I agree.
I am looking at the spell book with a calculating expression.
Do not.
Art.
Okay,
It is not worth it, Lulu.
Art sort of looks over to the spellbook and says, "Do you know what is that?" The spellbook.
Yeah.
Can I see that page again?
No, yeah, here.
Okay. Oh wow. And Art starts looking at it, and she's clearly taken aback, and says, "Yeah, this is heavy magic. The spell's
You
ready to
can
go
read it?
whenever."
You can read it?
I can sort of make it out. It's just
What language is it?
Perhaps we should wait to cast this until after we meet with the Crimson.
oh I couldn't cast this. No way.
That's fine, but what language is it?
It's not in any language.
It doesn't matter what language is it's in. What's the specific spell for? I'm guessing it's for the
What's its
slab
purpose?
zone?
Yes.
It's supposed to be almost like an instruction manual, like a scroll that would tell you how to cast the spell, but the power is poured into it to just make it happen automatically. So it has to work with a magic item of some sort. That's what the flask is, as far as I understand.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's so that. Just thinking. I mean, slaadi are resistant to most magic, so trying to cast this on a slad lord alone, it's to circumvent some sort of resistance that they might have.
Would this
No,
work
it's
against the
defenses.
Rakshasa?
Fortunately,
I think we have
Not.
the Rakshasa. Fine, but if this is a spell to make Slad more vulnerable to magic, that's a big thing. To cast the spell, all we need is the magical flask. Do we need to be able to understand it at all?
I mean, as long as you're attuned to the flask, I guess it must be magic in some sort of way.
Where do we find the flask?
I expect whoever wrote this spell has the flask, but you could probably use it with any object.
Where did you learn this?
There were a lot of things I sort of perused in Boo's gallery while I was there.
She is a Rakshasa too, is she not?
I'm
She's
not.
Rakshasa blood in her.
No.
Don't
Doesn't she?
compare me to those things.
Out of character, doesn't she have Rakshasa blood in her though?
She did have a Rakshasa sire.
That's what I thought. That's
She has
what I thought.
backward hands.
Okay.
She has
Yeah.
instead of scales, she sort of has more fur, tawny, and some long, sort of elvish cat ears almost.
Yeah.
But
I thought
She's not necessarily one, but she does have the bloodline in her.
she does.
I thought we went over this. She's not the Rakshasa.
No, we know she's. We know that she has some of the blood in her.
Which is why she knows specific things about the Rakshasa, like the
She can
Rakshasa
sense
is in
him.
the city.
I can at least tell you that Cage is pretty on point. They're resistant to almost everything. It's
Except for pointy weapons.
except for piercing. If you could, you have to pierce the body. Just slashing the surface isn't enough.
Which
But
is
not only
why I need a
that,
shield.
unless your items have some sort of inherent magic to them, it's not going to do well.
Just get me close to the creature.
Okay.
Now we'll slay it.
I can study this a little bit more if you want, just to see if there's any way to circumvent the spell. Because if they can write the spell down here, then they must be able to cast it without it. This is only to save the magic. They can still cast the spell.
Maybe that would be Anatar's role in this. You say he is a mage powerful enough. Maybe he's the one who to cast this.
That would explain why he showed up, if that's the case.
Could be him. And if he had the power to neutralize the Slaadi's defenses, then he could very easily take command of the situation.
And maybe that's why he has the green slaadi as a test subject.
It's good liaison, at the very least.
Could
Whatever
also
the
be the
case,
Rakshasa that has this as a defense against his allies.
whatever the case, we need to find this thing and take care of it once and for all. And if Maddox and I are going to be the ones up front, and the person I would like to possibly get a shield as quickly as possible so we can take care of this.
I'm sure
Do you
that won't be
need-
a problem.
Do you need any more gear or equipment before we do this?
I think I'm okay unless we want to get me some armor, but I mean, as far as that goes, I'm pretty...
Hiln sort of looks up and is starting to put her belt
Do we
back
have
on.
any magical armaments?
You guys did find, I believe, a scimitar and something else.
Yeah, rapier.
Rapier.
I have the rapier.
I can't use the scimitar though.
Why?
Rogues
I'm a
aren't
rogue.
proficient.
Oh, that's right. But I can use my rapier.
Are you proficient in rapiers?
I think I could use a
Proficient in
rapier.
all weapons.
Same, I think rogues can use rapiers.
So that'd be up to Miyako if she
Let me
wanted to.
look.
I mean, I'll give it back to you after the fight, but if I could use the rapier for this fight, that would be helpful.
Yeah, let me look real quick.
Alright, what else do you guys do? Because I think you'll be able to get a shield no problem, Miyako. There's a lot of merchants here that have set up. By the way,
Okay.
the nephew had ran off to follow Rambu.
Yeah, I can use the rapier.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can give you the other. I can give you the one that I have, but I'll keep the magical one.
Well, I mean, I have piercing weapons that aren't magical. The point is to have them.
Right.
And you can't
Okay.
use the scimitar. I'll give you a bonus attack anyway. It's probably better for you.
So you're saying you want
Sure.
to give that to me?
Yeah.
I don't think. Oh, it doesn't. I don't. It doesn't say if I have proficiency in those though.
You're a
fighter.
fighter. You could use
That's what I
everything.
figured. That's what
You
I
can
figured.
pick up a weapon and use it. So,
You can pick
Yes.
up a halfling
Okay.
and use it.
you can
Okay.
pick up a halfling and use it as a weapon.
I can pick up Lulu and chuck her at him.
I mean, it's a ranged weapon, but still, it's a weapon.
It works. It works. I'm not gonna do that. I promise. It just.
So, what was your? What was the rapier?
It's a 1d8 plus 3. Yeah.
1d6? Or
It's a 1d.
D8.
D8.
Nope. It's a 1d8 plus 3.
Alright.
What was the magic there?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just a... Oh gosh, what was that with the magical rapier?
I
thought it had
believe that it added. I don't remember. Hold on. I have notes.
I didn't write it down because stabby thingies aren't my thing.
Understandable.
Yeah, I just wrote down the scimitar, but
Oh,
I
I
can
think
tell
it was
you
a vicious weapon.
Yeah, it was something like that. It just did.
Yeah, the
plus
scimitar-
7. Hey, plus 7 to damage when I crit.
Yeah, when an opponent crits, they do an extra 7 damage. Or when you
So
crit,
the rapier.
sorry.
When I crit, yeah, the scimitar is a scimitar of
No,
speed.
well, no, I'm not giving. Well, you have a scimitar, right? I'm confused.
I can't use a scimitar.
Can't
That's
use
what I'm trying to say.
Right,
Yeah.
You can use the
but I
So-
wasn't gonna give you the. I was just gonna give you a regular rapier. I wasn't gonna give you the magical one.
Well, if you guys switch the
Right.
magical, so
Oh,
Vince, or
yeah, what you could do is
Indigo
you
has
can,
the magical rapier.
Indigo has the non-magical rapier. You have the magical one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
No?
that's not
Switch
what
them
I'm
back.
saying.
Okay.
I want
Then
to
what are you
use the magic
saying?
rapier. I want to use the magic rapier for this fight, and you use the magic
magic
scimitar.
scimitar. Yes.
What does the
We did-
scimitar give me?
It gives you an extra attack every round. That's what I'm
Which
trying
is-
to tell you.
But I
It's
already
crazy
have.
good.
Oh, I guess. But I was gonna say I already
It's
have
way
two
better
attacks.
than what the rapier does. It's way better
No,
than
it'll
what the
give you another attack.
It
So you
also
will
is
attack.
So
plus 2.
3.
It also is plus 2.
and you don't have to crit.
Okay.
With the rapier, you have to crit for the magic to be useful.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You get
Okay.
an extra attack every round.
Yeah, it'll be
that
more.
way-
The rapier will be more useful for
Okay.
Maddox.
And then you're
Okay.
both proficient in the weapon. And
Oh shit, that's
everything.
right,
Yeah.
because sneak attack, automatic crit or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, with his assassin.
That's what I'm saying. If we switch these weapons for this fight, and I'll give it back to you after the fight, I don't care. I'm just saying for
Right.
this fight, it would be very beneficial
Yeah.
for me to.
Okay.
And for you to have the scimitar, honestly. I mean, you being able
Yeah,
to
that's
attack
fine.
twice every round instead of once is a big deal for a fighter.
Yeah.
So, what else
fine.
do you guys do? I know you wanted to get a shield, Miyako.
So I was gonna say I have it. Do I have it yet? I'm going to go get it.
I think shield will cost some gold. Let me check how
I
much.
have gold.
Let's see. Where are the equipment?
I have. I
Where
have
are-
2010.
2010.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
gold,
that's right.
so-
You guys rated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
cost 10 gold,
Well then, let's do it.
and it gives you a +2 to your AC.
Sweet. So I'm up to
Super
19.
sweet.
Heck yeah.
All right.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna be a tank, man.
Now you can take it for real.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited for this. Like for real. I want to fight now.
She
Like,
needs a good AC.
let's go. Let's go.
Okay. So,
So we have the Nara's horn. That's a
I'm
token
ready.
to meet with the Crimson. I feel like the Crimson is the Rakshasa. So can we go try and set up this meeting with the Crimson and get that done, and then we can do
Sure.
the locate creature while we're there, and it'll tell us if the
Yeah.
Rakshasa is sitting right next to us.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I still don't think it's the Crimson. I mean, if you guys want to go and
I was gonna say I think majority rules on this point.
I'm like
Yeah.
95% sure that the Crimson is the Rakshasa. I
Oh,
really feel
we
like
can find out
they're
for
one of
sure.
those.
Okay, let's go ahead and get that taken care of. I mean, that's a smaller issue and it'll be quicker, and then we can focus mainly on this
Go,
bamboo
Lulu.
issue.
Would you like to do the honors?
Oh,
Okay. Locate creature.
yeah. And is Hilton still around?
I was going to say, Hiln mentioned it's time we started doing something, and she looked towards Art and Othal when she said that. As she put her belt back on, the fuzz sort of falling off her face till it's just smooth, just growing those feminine features back on. And then they both sort of look at her a little confused, and she says, "Well, I just mean, it's about time that we started doing our own thing. You know, we're apprentices at the very least." And Art sort of shrugs and says, "There's very little I can do." And Hilden continues and says, "We need to alert the rest of the city. We need to alert the guard."
The guard may be compromised already. I think the one that you really need to alert would be the queen.
That's a good
within
point.
And she is in danger. I don't know what they are planning, but she's definitely part of it.
Also, be careful. We don't know exactly who the Rakshasa is at this point.
That's true. Okay, so unless you guys don't want to come, and Art sort of her face tightens and she says, "I'd rather deal with a queen than Rakshasa, honestly."
Understandable.
Sure,
This is the
let us handle that.
and Othal says, "I've already expended a lot of my ink today. If you don't mind, I think it would be more useful with this task. Besides, all of you are accomplished fighters. I think you're ready."
Thank you for your help, today, Othal, and thank you. And I turn to Art and Helm for helping us along the way. Be safe.
Art sort of crouches down and gives you a hug, and she says, "Okay, I know we're all sort of apprentices and stuff, but we're not competing for anything. You're wonderful. You got this, okay?"
Thank you. Oh. And you can see Lulu like trying to be like, yeah. You're sweet too. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I look at Art, Othal, and Helm, and I just say, there are 2 little good people left in the world. Please stay alive.
Yeah, and Miyako's gonna turn to them too, and she goes, "Look, I know I may come off as harsh, but just know for a fact that you're, okay in my book as of right now."
I mean, it's not the patronage of the Count, but it's worth something.
Maddox.
Eventually we're gonna get that money. Doesn't matter if we win this contest or not. We're talented. At this point, screw it. Now that I know that Renbu wanted us to be in the competition anyway, I'm almost tempted to just say fuck it.
I just look them all over for a second, and I just say, try not to die. And I look at the party and say, shall we be off?
That's
All right.
Bye, guys.
Cage,
We love you.
do you activate the locate creature?
We may not even need it.
Oh yeah, you guys are waiting until you get the meeting with the Crimson.
We want
Oh, yeah.
we want to meet the creature, the Crimson first.
The creature.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
don't
So
wanna be a creature.
Don't want to meet him yet.
Oh. You go back out of the Moonwell Square, and start making your way towards the Roaming Moss Square. And once you start reaching that area of town, again, it's fairly how to say active. You make your way with that purchase, your shield. Are you making any other stops along the way, or are you going straight to the center of the Roaming Moss Square to sort of meet up with the Crimson?
Have we had time to either take a short or long rest between?
You could take a short rest at some point.
I was about to say, I'm running low on hit points.
I mean, it's at, what, half an hour, an hour or something, right?
I'll say half an hour, yeah. Scimitar is 1d6 slashing, by the way.
Thank you. I'll add that to
Oh,
my
I'm sorry.
thing.
I should have told you that, my bad.
Oh,
No, that's fine. I'm just gonna add it to my thing so I can just click it and roll it rather than.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, you can just keep the scimitar because I can't use it anyway. So you could have both.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna keep the rapier on my list. I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
It's
You could
you
just
said
get
1d6.
your backup rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Or I
You
can.
said?
I mean, I have weapons. I just want to have this magic rapier for this fight. It's really all I want.
You're gonna need it.
We're gonna need to have that for sure. I think this is not gonna be.
Cage just pulls out his daggers and he says,
I
will do my best.
Since we're doing a short rest, real quick, I had a question about deities.
Yeah.
Because I know Mask, at this point in the realms, is supposed to be dead, and I think there's a new thief, a god of thievery and stuff.
Oh.
God of thievery. I actually don't know.
Because Maddox is a little concerned about these street kids worshipping Bashaba.
Really?
I
Why?
told you. Dude, they're gonna start.
Because she's like the
Oh my
goddess of
God.
gnarliness, dude. She's pretty gnarly, and I don't want these
The
kids
goddess
growing up.
of gnarliness. What?
It's true. She's pretty intense for a god. And I think for these children, it'd be better off to have them, maybe if I can influence them to maybe find the god of thievery and be proper street urchins instead of little savages.
Little savages.
Unfortunately,
Dude, look up Bashaba, dude. She is no joke.
no,
For getting a bunch of street kids.
he's
hooked up with
legit
Bashaba.
right now. Bashaba is nothing to sneeze at.
And for street kids, it's not something that would be awesome. I think.
I mean, okay.
So anyway, that's just been something that's on my mind, and because I've been watching all these kids going around and saying "Bashaba, strike you down" and all this, and I'm like,
and all the adults are like, "Oh
what have I
God, what
done?
the hell?" Yeah, all the adults are
Running
just like,
around
"Oh
with
Jesus!"
like antlers on their heads and whatnot. I think there probably is some sort of god of stealing.
I mean, it's accidents, bad luck, misfortune, and random mischief. That's
Honestly, I don't think it'd be like there's a temple for them.
it does say assassins and rogues are some of their worshippers, so I guess it's not terrible, but I feel like there's a different. She's the maid of misfortune, the lady of doom. I mean, come on. What have I set these kids up for?
I mean, you set them up for.
So I'm gonna anyway.
For damnation, basically.
I don't know. I wouldn't say damnation.
I'm looking around for a more proper god of the thieves and see if I can get these kids to start going to that temple.
So, like maybe Lyra, the god of illusion, perhaps, or oh no, there is a Mask is here. Mask is here. He's a lawful neutral, I believe.
I saw something that said that Mask had gotten killed by some super powerful being, and that being took over as the god of thieves. But
as it says in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, so far I don't see any. Actually, I might have to look over it again, but I think go ahead and make me a religion check, and we'll see if you're able to sort of track down maybe somebody who does like run a small shrine to Mask, I guess. I love you, Ish, my buddy.
I don't have your number, but I'll DM you in Twitter. By the way, you guys have an extra D6 hit die for the Song of Rest.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can find it real quick because I just saw
it doesn't say anything about that. So I think Mask is just the Lord of Shadows. Doesn't say that there's anything like dramatic that has recently happened. Oh, okay. Oh, that's so funny.
Oh yeah, it's Jurassic Riven. Here.
Yeah, sorry for this. I'm learning about gods right now. One sec.
I'm sorry, that's totally my bad.
Yeah,
anyway,
so-
this guy Jurassic Riven supposedly killed Mask and took over his thieving stuff. But
if that's the case, then he's still Mask.
Wow.
I haven't incorporated that at all, but I'm gonna still say like the power of Mask is still there. So
So I'm
they are
gonna kind
probably
of look for that temple just to note it for now, and then I'll talk to the kids about it later. I just want to see if that exists in the city.
yeah.
while they're
You actually do make it through the Roman Mosque Square, and you sort of realizing maybe a few mistakes you might have made over the past few days, over which direction you're making these kids go. You see that
Having a concern.
yeah, you see that there is one particular shop that has a symbol of Mask on there. Now, it actually has, in Thieves' Cant, Mask's coin purse, which is sort of like a term used to sort of refer to like a very easily cuttable bag for thieves in terms of like donating to Mask. So you actually do see there are these two elf women sort of running this shop. It seems to be just a general store, but they sort of look up to you and sort of give you a nod and sort of say, "Hello there, welcome to this little oof." And they sort of make a thieves' cant to you to say like, "You okay?"
I just, nod and sign. I bring donation and put 2 gold pieces on whatever counter or something that is there.
They nod and give a slight bow. One of the elf women sort of takes it and slips it into a little pouch and then takes it into the back room. The other one sort of presses her hands together and says, "Do you need a blessing?"
Just nod.
She sort of reaches out for your paws, I guess.
Okay.
And she says a quiet little prayer to you, very whispery, and just sort of bows her head and sort of just makes this prayer that these hands will be deft, quick, and cunning, and your feet will be soft and like shadow, and other various things. And then she sort of says, 2 gold. It's very nice.
Say praise to the Master of Shadows. I would have a request.
I knew you were not being generous just because.
Are any of us ever related? There are...
Only when we're having very good haul.
Indeed. I believe there is a group that could help you in your endeavors with this. The children of the city have become enamored of me, I suppose. I have put them to use in many ways that I feel that would benefit you in this temple.
I see.
He's basically made a cult who's now worshipping.
You're resting. I'm
I
over
mean,
here by myself.
Yeah, I figure he came in by himself.
And then I just say, these children have been receiving food at the Temple of Bishaba, but I feel they may be swayed in an unkind direction, and I would ask that perhaps you could provide for these children, and I will in turn provide for you.
We could.
I will make it worthwhile. And these children can...
Just question, you're talking about that little gnome. That, with the antlers, the smell.
Yes.
She's been very bold as of late.
It is these children that embolden her, and I would see them work with this church instead.
Well, at the very least, we have roofs to give them. Instead of
I will
the
speak with
streets.
them. I do not believe they will be very receptive to you alone, but I will speak to them.
All right.
They are very dedicated, and they are great with information.
And of course, they need an occupation once they're not so little anymore.
I believe that you can find a means.
And she just doesn't comment.
They are already predisposed to the life. Having someone to protect them will only benefit their chances. I have a soft spot for the uninitiated, I suppose.
Well, regardless, take the blessing. Be careful. Festival's a good time for pickpockets and cut purses.
Yes, it will be a great opportunity for many things to be handled.
And she sort of gives you a little pouch. It says, just in case. Mask may be watching.
I take it, and I don't examine it or anything. I just kind of fold it into my cloak, and I say, blessings be upon you, and walk away. Go back to the party.
Okay. Anything else you guys are doing before you go and set up a meeting with the Crimson?
No, not that I know of.
Just making sure we are still level 5, right? I didn't miss anything.
No, you're still
we're
at that level.
Okay.
I do want to check out the bag after I get back to the party, though, and see what's in it.
Nothing. It seems you are supposed to put stuff in it.
Oh.
Cage is going to try to find a nice, quiet little area.
And Miyako's actually
And,
gonna follow.
and pretty much ask for guidance from his patron.
So you give me a religion check.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, Miyako's, gonna join, but she's not gonna necessarily, be all up in his face,
2. So you sort of set yourself down to meditate for a little bit, and the little crusty ball that Rembu has gifted you is unsettling you for some reason, and you do eventually hear the soft voice of your mother, and feel her arms just sort of sink around your shoulders, and then quickly she just leans on you, and you just hear her voice whisper, "You know you can't trust him."
It's the only chance I have.
You sound so desperate. This task benefits me, but it's also your birthright.
I can't do it alone.
No.
They're far too strong.
Regardless, you can't be deceived by this creature. It is more conceited than any being on the abyss, nor in the 9 hells.
We may have to pit evil against evil, I guess.
Is there any other way?
With beings this powerful, one must tread quite lightly in order to keep his head.
It saddens me that you're stuck on this plane. If only I had
The
found.
same with you.
If only I had found a proper host, we could be together.
I am trying.
So am I.
If all goes as planned, this Rakshasa will be dead by the end of day.
And then my power and yours will grow. Just remember, I'm proud of you, son.
Thank you, Mother.
And then an instant later, you feel her presence recede back into the pits of her dwelling. And you feel a little nugget of just determination inside your core.
Let's head back and meet with everyone. All right. So let's do this.
All right. I'm sure you guys know already. I am not going to be very good at this fight. I'll do what I can to boost you guys, but in terms of doing damage, all I got is magic and music.
I place my hand on her shoulder in a very kind of comforting manner, gently, and say, "Lulu, as long as you don't heal the creature, we'll be fine."
That was once! I swear, I thought you were going to say something nice. That you give me. Maddox! And then she just stomps off. I am done with this shit.
I come up behind Lulu and I go, you might
You're
need
muted,
this.
Miyako.
And I'll give her
Miyako's gonna say something nice to her, but never mind. She just like walked off. Like, okay.
Wait,
like whatever.
Vincent, what did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Cage is going to come up behind Lulu and tell her, here, you might want to take this. He's going to give her one of his daggers. He goes, no, you may not want to use it, but you might have to.
Yeah, Miyako walks up to her and she
Take
goes,
it.
look, just leave the fighting to Maddox and I. We know that you're not very good at it, but I mean, at least you can keep us alive. That's something you are good at.
Yeah, I try. And I know you were kidding, Maddox. It's okay. But
Oh, I was completely serious, but I do love you.
I wasn't gonna heal the rat. I know the rat.
I just start chuckling and I say, I kid, little one. I know you are of a great help in everything we have encountered.
She smirks a little bit, huffs. Yeah, whatever. Let's go.
Miyako chuckles and follows.
All right.
She is excitable, isn't she?
I go, well, you're also great with magic. So here. And I'll pass Lulu the locate creatures as well.
All right.
I already gave that to her.
Are you sure?
But
Lulu
regardless,
looks at
I
it.
believe you're going to cast
Or
the
you're
spell,
muted,
right?
bud.
Oh no.
Oh no, he says.
no!
Oh, there he
you're
is.
talking.
Okay. So, you cast the spell, right?
Of the locate creature. I thought we were going to see the crimson first.
We're going to wait till we get to the meeting
Mhm.
with the Crimson, because I want to verify when we get there if, in
Yeah.
fact, the Crimson creature, because that'll tell us right away.
Okay. So, you, last time you talked to that gnome, he told you to come into the room of that establishment,
Mm-hmm.
and he would sort of just approach you. And do the rest of you come in?
Yeah.
Okay. And
Miyako still has the other horn.
yeah,
so-
that's true. And you pretty soon are approached by the same gnome. He is rather small, red hair, sort of has this little, like, pressed accordion thing that he was playing last time. And he sort of sits down at the bar and sort of just, like, does this, just looking at you. And sort of, like, pats the seat next to him.
I just look at the group and I say a moment. And I walk over and I sit next
Actually,
to him.
I'm gonna hold on. Miyako's gonna walk over with you.
Okay.
So I sit down next to him and I just kind of reach into my cloak and pull out Nara's horn and just kind of subtly slide it over towards him.
He just picks it up, like so, and you see he puts on some spectacles and inspects it, and he sort of casts a spell with a flick of his wrist on the horn. And when nothing happens, he sort of nods. Not bad. All right. And he sort of like shoves it in his big cloak. And he says,
You said this would secure a meeting, yes.
"It does." All right. And he sort of like hops off his chair, and he leaves the establishment.
I follow him.
All right.
Okay, let's follow him.
Okay. And he sort of leads you over to the tree in the center. And he sort of traces his finger around the trunk, almost playfully, as he says, "Don't worry. This isn't going to look odd to anybody else but us." And he sort of like does a series of knocks on it. And then...
Can I roll up like a perception check to see if I can memorize the pattern?
I don't know what sort of check it might be. Maybe an investigation check. Actually, no. Maybe perception is the right one because he might be trying to hide this series of taps. So yeah, do a perception check.
Okay, I'm gonna do perception as well.
Okay.
Since I'm with him anyway.
Probably not.
Oof. He's a tapper in this
tricky.
one.
Nope, I don't either.
Oh my god.
All right. So this
I know nothing.
Anika's like, I got this.
In the clouds.
I got it.
Squirrel.
She's like, no problem.
Miyako.
Squirrel.
It's yes. Oh my god. Like Miyako just gets she's trying to watch, and then a big cluster of moss just falls out of the tree onto your horns, and they're all tangled
like,
up,
what
and you're
the
just like,
fuck is
ah!
cool? And she's like trying to get, yeah.
And you missed it entirely. You had it.
Why are you playing drums on the tree, bro? Let's go.
But no.
Sage will help her out with the moss, trying to get it out of her horn. Stop moving. Stop.
Oh no. And then
That's not how you catch squirrels, man.
but then once he's done, he just walks into the tree.
Like there's no hole or anything there?
No, there's no hole. He just walks into it.
Guys, it's Harry Potter.
Man, put my hand out. Does it go through the tree, or
It does.
I slowly walk in, like?
After I get the moss off of my horns, I follow her.
All right. Cage, Maddox.
Yeah, I look around, kind of look around, see if anyone's watching a little bit before I walk in.
Okay. There are people still walking around, but for some reason they don't seem to see you as you disappear into this tree.
No.
Yeah.
Go right in.
Yeah.
Cage, you're the last one.
I go right in.
All right. And instantly, you are out of the warm sun and in a cold room. You step into what looks like a very small space that has a hallway. And it looks as though there's a door over to the right, and then there's a hallway going to the left. But the tree that you came out of actually is another tree inside this room. It's very big. Like they've been sort of like clipping it and making sure it grows to a certain length in the corner of this room. You hear a few muffled noises coming from above, but you don't necessarily know where you are. All you do know is that there's a door to the right, and there's a hallway to the left, and the gnome currently is going to the left.
Does it look like we're inside of a tree, or does it look like a normal kind of a hallway?
It looks like a normal hallway, like you're in some sort of like basement.
I'm telling you, it's Harry Potter.
So it's like a transportation spell or something.
You feel like he must have cast a spell that allowed you guys to transport through this tree and into this second tree that has been like growing in this room.
Miyako's gonna put a hand on her rapier.
Okay. And from
So
there,
it's like the tree walk spell or whatever, right?
something stride. I don't know.
Yeah.
If you guys want to make an Arcana check to like figure out what spell might have been used, you can.
No, I'm focused on the crimson right now.
I really don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't either. I'm just following this gnome.
I don't know who wants to take lead on this because Vincent has a mission and Miyako has a personal grudge. I'm just here to kill the dude, so. But it is kind of my element with the thievery stuff, so. Do you
I was
want me
gonna
to
say, plus the fact that you were the one who grabbed the horn, so.
Okay, if you guys want me to take point, I will.
I mean, Miyako's probably gonna be second in line, but.
I mean, I just.
Trying to look very small and unnoticeable behind these people.
Okay, I'll go in.
Okay.
Right
Yeah,
behind
so
the
then I'm
So-
behind him.
You follow this gnome, and from what I understand, you'll be going all the way down to where he guides you. There are several
Okay.
other doors that are closed, but you generally get the feeling that nothing is really at odds right now. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to repurpose this map. Boop. Delete everything. So drag your tokens back on there if you like.
Oh, man.
And let me just go ahead and get drawn, because it was difficult to figure out what
How do
you
we
guys
do that
would do
again?
today.
Just grab your name, not the picture.
Okay, so this is where you started, right down there. And this is the hallway that you guys are going down. It's not a big hallway.
There you go. We did it. We made it.
Yay!
Yay!
There. No, yeah, so you guys are in the middle of that hallway. You do see there's a door all the way down there. And you do see there are 4 doors on each of these, or 4 doors in total in this room. And you push forward and are led to the one on the farthest one. Way over here. Boop. So, all of you guys move down here.
Yep.
Yo.
I can.
And from there...
The top room is where we're coming in from?
No, the bottom one was where you came in from. Let me go
We're
ahead.
moving up to this top one.
Okay, yeah, you
Like
guys are
this
being
one
led
right
to that
here.
top one. Here's the tree, if you
Like right
want to
there.
know. And immediately, you walk in, and you see that there is...
Let's be in marching order here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to do.
And here's that gnome who led you here. There are 3 individuals in this room. One is sort of an elvish man, but then you look at his features and they're a lot more human, so probably half-elf. Rather heavy-set, long, sort of ponytailed, dark hair. A few scars on his arms and his face, sort of standing aside, just sort of like a brutish sort. There is 2 people sitting at the table. One is a human, the other is actually a halfling. And they both observe you, 2 other males, and sort of look at each other as well, detect thoughts. Instantly, Kajimore, who do you direct this detect thoughts at?
Me?
That was Abby.
Oh,
It was Abby.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. For
I
some
was like,
reason
wait a minute.
assumed- Whoopsie.
As of this point, I'm going to try to get the general feel of the room to see who might be the leader. And I'm guessing it's probably going to be somebody sitting down.
The middle guy.
One second.
Whoever's in the middle, it's usually that guy.
All right, so you focus on the middle guy at first. He's the human. This guy is a little bit thinner, also a little bit younger than everyone there, and just seems sort of anxious from what you can gather in his thoughts. He's just sort of looking up at the door, saying, "Oh, thank goodness, finally." And you sort of switch your thoughts to the halfling. Halfling sort of drumming his knuckles on the table, looking at each of you in turn, and just focusing on Miyako instantly and saying, "Yeah, she's probably the one who did it. She's got the horn too." And you see the guy in the third guy sort of at this table, just standing there. He is sort of thinking along the lines of, more along which person he could break first. And immediately settles his eyes on you and says, and just nods. And do you go to the little gnome guy?
Mm-hmm.
So the little gnome guy
is just looking at them and is looking at basically all of their hands.
their hands. Okay, give me a perception
Good
check.
idea. Can I do that as well?
Yeah,
Probably
totally.
whoever's familiar with Rakshasas.
Anybody can make this perception check if you want.
I'm too busy being like, what's your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. Make up for that nat
Okay.
1 earlier.
All right. So, Maddox and Cage, you guys sort of scan each of their hands. Their hands seem to be normal. Anything else you want to notice?
Yeah, what's up? Crimson's the Rakshasa.
You better mute yourself.
Love you.
Right?
Yeah, right.
She's asking.
We don't know yet.
You don't know yet. Okay.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything else I wanted to notice.
Miyako, you will actually you notice something that they don't.
Oh, good.
You see that there are. This room is very poorly lit. It just has this like little lantern sitting on the table, sort of like casting shadows. And the room is very bare. It does have like a dresser and a shelf and stuff like that. But you do notice that in the far wall over here,
Wait, where? Hold on.
you
Let me think it
see
again.
the far wall, like way over here.
Okay.
You see that the lantern, which is right here, is casting shadows.
Uh-huh.
And you see that where Maddox and Cage are standing, you do see their like shadows, but their shadows are a little like the shadows on the wall are a little bit like too big.
They're weird.
Well, not weird. It's just like they're obscured.
Yeah. And she kind of like leans over. Who was it again?
What do you mean?
Kajimori and who? Like, whose shadows, or was it all of them?
Yeah, Cage's and Maddox's shadows are sort of like being pushed over here, but they just look bigger. They look really just like misshapen.
Yeah, and she looks over, so she'll kind of inch closer to Maddox, and she goes, shadows, the yours and Kajimori, something seems off about them. Watch your back.
Okay, so since she's pointed it out, does it seem to me like the shadows are moving unnaturally? Since I kind of have like an affinity with shadows.
Yeah, and that's why I told him.
You sort of notice that if those are your shadows, then they're a little bit funky. Do you like turn around and just look at them? Like, how obvious are you being about this? Because I know that Miyako just sort of whispered to Max.
Yeah.
So those shadows are funky. Why are our shadows so funky?
I mean, I'm gonna kind of be subtle about it, but I'm also gonna kind of look around just like I would walking into any room, checking, see who's where, who's what, and kind of make it look like I'm just being a normal rogue and scoping my surroundings.
All right.
So I am gonna pay a little attention to what these shadows are doing.
Gotcha. So you are sort of like examined at first, and the half elf sort of points to the 4 chairs that are at the table and says, "Have a seat."
Okay. Is the gnome thinking anything in particular?
You actually don't get any thoughts from him. He's just sort of standing to the side, just sort of like hands behind his back, just back and forth on his tiptoes.
Miyako's gonna turn to the elf. She goes, and she's just gonna say, "I prefer to stand."
They look to Maddox and Cage.
Play this game. Go over and I pull the chair out. Never taken my eyes off the human guy the whole time.
Yeah, I'm keeping eyes on the elven dude.
Mm-hmm.
Sit down at the table
behind Maddox.
Yeah, I'm kind of off to the side behind Maddox as well.
I'm gonna sit down, keeping my eyes on the gnome, and then the guy who is like, "Who's the easiest to break?" Halfling.
That dude totally called you out.
Yeah.
Not out loud.
Aww.
It was just in his head.
He basically did anyway because she could hear it.
Yeah.
She's
like, I heard. I'm watching you. Okay.
The human in the center sort of lets out a sigh, and he sort of puts a bag of gold on the table, and he says, "I believe this was the amount that was agreed upon."
Did we agree upon an amount?
The gnome behind you says, "We sort of did. It was like 500, maybe. I don't know."
I don't recall that.
I believe it was closer to 2,000.
Might have been.
Now that I do remember.
And the human just sort of narrows his eyes at the gnome and says, "All right. At least it's a problem that's gone right now."
Nara will no longer haunt these streets. She will no longer affect your business.
Good. Another mad dog off the streets. Henry,
It's
go
not
get the rest of it. And the halfling gets up and walks out of the room. Just walks outside the door, closes the door behind him.
Who's got the spell? I just kind of look over at Lulu out of this corner of my eye, and I just kind of nod just a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna try to subtly cast this text creature without anybody noticing. I kind of have the
Sphere.
thing in my hand. I'm just
The
like,
item, yeah.
All right, so you sort of pour power into this object to sort of activate its spell, and it turns to liquid in your palm, and it turns into an arrow. And
That's how this.
Would they be able to see this arrow?
I figure
It's in my
she just
palm.
does it like
under the table, under the table.
yeah.
no, my
sure.
hands are on my lap. Yeah, I'm just kind of. Then I'll twist my arms off and be like,
It's very tiny. She's very tiny.
Yeah, so you just sort of like squish, or rather like let it settle into your palm, and it immediately starts to swirl. It's a very odd feeling, like something's like crawling under your skin, and then it sort of points behind you, right here.
Gnome.
You said right here?
Yeah, right over here.
Oh.
Like there's a
Okay.
hint. Or it's that direction. I mean, it's just pointing direction, right?
Yeah,
So
it's not pointing at a
I'm not gonna
specific
say if we
person.
need to
Yeah.
go outside or something.
nope, it's a direction. I kind of lean my head over to that side of the wall.
Do you want to make an Arcana check?
Yes. Yes, I do. Because
Can I do that?
If you want to look at it as well, sure.
I was about to say, usually, like, I'll probably look over and I'll probably pretend to, like, stretch my neck and look over to where it's pointing.
So there's a second phase to this spell that Renbu didn't care to tell you.
Oh my god. Of course there is.
Of
course there is.
It can project the ink to pursue its target.
Oh, okay. Now, if it does project, will they see it?
Depends on if they're paying attention.
Probably.
Perception check!
These are all rogues.
Oh, damn it.
Or maybe all rogues, I don't know.
Well, it's up to you guys. I mean, I guess.
At realizing that he didn't.
You can
left
sort of.
this out, I'm grinding my teeth, like.
You mother.
Miyako, yeah, right. Miyako
you can sort of direct
shoots her look
this.
that says, like, shut up, or things are gonna go wrong kind of look.
Did did my Arcana check do anything?
Unfortunately, you're kind of perturbed as well. Apparently, there was more to this spell than Renbu told you, but she's the only one who sort of like understands how it works.
Yeah.
Right now, you're kind of focused on the guy in front of you. He sort of leans forward and asks, "How hard was it? Did you get a dog too?"
The warg did escape us, but he will be hunted.
That's, at the very least, maybe the watch will put him down. The constabulary can be good for that.
I agree that he is the lesser concern, and that is what we thought in the moment. During the battle with Nara was difficult. She was very tenacious.
I can imagine so. In any case, festival's here. We're stable. What about you? What will you do after this?
I know I will continue to seek employment. If that is your question.
Yes, we do have a few things that need to be done, at the very least, if you're willing. And capable.
That is not a question.
No, that's an observation.
What I do have a concern about is the future of the Crimson in this city. And perhaps even the reason for being here.
It is a new development. I'll be honest.
My understanding of these matters is that it is often quite difficult to move into a territory that is already established by another. But it seems you have done so effortlessly.
Well, once the populace is actually complacent, it's rather easy.
Your intentions for the festival?
Say what?
What are your intentions for the festival?
The festival is only really the opportunity that gives us this chance to grow, you understand. Now we have contacts that are coming in from all sorts of places.
Yes.
Sword Coast, deeper
This is
east.
What do you know of the frogs?
Frogs,
The
toads.
You've seen them. You cannot haunt these sewers without knowing of them.
Yeah, we know about them.
Do you consider them ally? Because we have slain many of them in the last few days.
It really depends on what you want to do for us.
I wish to live and make gold. Those are my intentions, and they will not change.
Is that all you want? Is that all you're good for?
Meting out death to those that deserve it.
And he looks over to Cage and he says, "Is he speaking truth?"
For him,
And you?
this may be so. I do not wish to see the city crumble, and you and your men all falter.
Lulu, it's hard to keep alternating between these different people in this room. But do you direct your detect thoughts to where the direction ink goes?
Yes, as soon as I notice that the arrow is pointing over there, I'm going to direct thoughts to that, or direct the spell towards that area to see if I can pick up anything.
Okay. Immediately you do. It is right here in the corner here. And you hear a voice pondering, "This is just too easy. Henry should be back pretty soon. Once he does, it'll just be small moment of panic, I expect. Hope Anatar is happy."
What was that last sentence?
Excuse me for a second.
I mean, what does he expect? I'm running a very difficult business here. It's not like I can give him wine and cheese. I'm not holding court.
We're not possums.
Exactly. But there is someone thinking in a place where there is no one that you can see.
I continue sitting there. I kind of lean my head and keep leaning it this way to be super subtle and keep your conversation. I'm going to try to think of something. Just keep on conversing.
Okay.
So I've seen this arrow not pointing at this dude that I'm talking to. Is it unreasonable for me to, knowing rogues and stuff, think that this guy is just a front? And
Have you seen the arrow though?
You're sitting next to him, so I figure you'd be able to sort of like glance over.
That was my Arcana check. I rolled to see if I could see what was going on with
it.
Okay, good.
But yeah, the guy who sort of looks between you and Kajimori and finally looks over to Miyako and says, "What about you? You just want to earn gold and kill people?"
They're not all me.
I know, but listen, the Crimson has a lot of opportunities.
I'm a cat of very particular taste.
I'm a bounty hunter.
I know. That's tasteful.
But I also seek to help as many as I can along the way.
She looks over at,
There are people who do a lot of good in this, if you so
She
wished.
So that question was directed at her, right?
Yeah, he was asking Miyako.
She kind of looks down for a second, and then she goes, "Look, I'm just seeking justice for what was done wrong to my family. Honestly, if there's opportunities, to help the Crimson, then so be it. But my main focus is just to help my friends here and move on with my life. If you have more opportunities for me after that, that's fine. We'll see. Depends on what they are and how much you're willing to pay."
Don't seek to interrupt your business. Just seek allies that are willing to help those less fortunate.
That's a shame. And the door opens, and the halfling comes in, and following him are three individuals. One is immediately... Oh wait, you're casting Minor Illusion, right?
Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it look like it's going to be in their palms as well, very subtly. I'm going to make it so it looks like a handwritten note. Crimson is hiding in shadows to the right.
At this point, Miyako's gonna look at Maddox. Since he has the experience with the shadows.
I'm not going to react because right now is a very critical moment.
Yeah. Right. Miyako's just basically looking at him to see if he's going to say anything.
Here's what happens. This door opens. The halfling returns, as well as three other people. And I probably have to make this room bigger now I think about it.
This just got a lot worse.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
And let me see.
Instead of gross.
I need Maddox to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no!
Normal. With my -1 to wisdom, here we go.
Do you want to use any dice on this? Do you have any?
Oh, he don't need it.
I got lots. I didn't say it.
Let me actually check this.
Does he need it with that 16?
Let me check.
I mean, it's too late for me to say it now.
Do you have any? No. Do you have any?
Yeah.
Do you want to use them?
Yeah.
Is he asking that question? That's not a good thing.
Asking that question, I'm going to use it. I don't want to.
Also, I'm going to be... I'll probably start humming a little bit under my breath. You now have Bardic Inspiration. So...
Nice!
You can gain a D6 on a roll.
I'm going to use the Bardic Inspiration right now.
Do it.
18.
Alright. That makes you feel a little better. Oh god, that music! No!
18.
Not the music!
God damn it.
Not the music.
That is exactly the DC for this Dominate Person spell.
Oh.
Maddox, you feel a touch on your shoulder, and you feel a spark of magic flare to life, and then your hackles immediately raise, and you flinch away from it. And immediately that hand pulls away, and all of you hear footsteps backing up into the far corner of the room, and as it does so, 3 individuals follow the halfling in.
Yeah, and I use my Mage Slayer reaction to try and stab it.
Yeah, go ahead, actually. That's a good point, yeah.
Oh my god. At this point, Miyako's got a hand on her. Like, she has not removed her hand, and
Yeah,
she's ready.
I'm gonna make this room bigger, because I'm gonna need it.
She's got her shield. She's got her shield, too. So.
So it has to be a melee attack, and I feel like just situationally and story-wise, I probably wouldn't be able to draw a weapon and attack him, so I'm just gonna slash backwards with one of my claws.
Okay, do so.
Okay.
Come on, baby.
I was right. Yeah, I was like, if he's right next to you.
That's not gonna do it.
So he enters. He's been over here. Or I think no, yeah, he was over here. Okay, so that's what was that? 13. Okay. 13 does not hit. Your claws swipe at air, and they're unable to catch purchase.
So I jump up to my feet and I say, "Treachery!"
And actually, I think his spell,
Miyako snarls.
because he cast another spell, it actually has to, stop. So what I think is going to happen right now is lots of things are going to happen. You see,
All the things.
First of all, you see,
All the things.
you see a shape come out of the air.
Oh god.
Right here. It's sort of stepped back far enough so that it's put some distance between you guys, and instantly it is a Rakshasa. Very
Son of a-
obviously. Wearing fine finery, and he steps back very quickly, his eyes wide, his cat eyes sort of slitted into diamonds as he sort of tries to back up. The halfling enters the room, and he's sort of looking around expectantly as though something was supposed to happen. And Maddox, you see Scoot and Scout enter the room.
No.
And following behind them is Anatar the Dark Power.
Oh god. Oh god. We're screwed.
All of this.
We're screwed so badly right now. Do you realize this, guys? We're gonna die.
Yellow is Scoot. Blue
Please donate for the love of God, people. We're
blue
gonna
is
need it.
Scoot, yellow is Scout, and the dark one here is Anatar, and this right here is the Rakshasa. I need everyone
Damn
to
it.
roll initiative.
We're so screwed right now.
We are screwed. We
Oh,
are.
that was my guess.
Oh my!
Oh, now
God.
I'm really screwed because I didn't select my token and I still got a freaking 6.
Scoot
That's awesome.
Scout.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what we're all thinking right now.
Yep, that's literally what's going through my head right now. Is I don't know what's gonna happen, but Miyako's probably gonna die trying. Because this is what she's been waiting for. She's ready.
All right. Here's what's gonna happen, guys. Scoot Scout. They did well. So Scoot and Scout. Oh wait, that's one. Scoot and Scout got 17.
I had a feeling that those
Thugs
two were
got-
up to something.
Got a total of 3. The Rakshasa. What the fuck,
Got a 3?
Rakshasa? God damn it.
Yeah.
Total of 6.
Ooh, I got that 18 though.
I had a 15.
Total of 6. And Anatar the Dark Power. Are you kidding
Oh!
me?
This is so fucked.
Alright. I'm
Total-
liking this.
Busy like My evil plan is coming to
Yeah, they're like so focused. You know what they're doing right now? They're monologuing.
I was just gonna say, what happens when you monologue?
This is when they're monologuing.
Alright.
Anatar is just coming in, rubbing a cat. Yes.
Rakshasa.
you sooner.
And
This
Maddox
is what
is
would
so
have happened to
bothered.
you if he
Yeah,
stayed with
yeah,
me.
Maddox is so bothered by that. Like,
He's actually just doing that to scout.
Oh my god, you're right! Oh my god! He
You just
steps
in
in.
stroking scout behind the ears like an evil mastermind.
everyone moves off camera. Like, no.
So here's what happens when
Good game, everybody.
Everybody did.
Everybody did a good job.
So everybody gets a D4 from Jace. Good luck.
Oh,
he says.
Jace! Oh my god, you beautiful, beautiful
Yeah,
person. I
everybody
love you
gets-
so much.
Speedy, hi. We're about to die.
Speedy!
Speedy, help! Speedy, help!
You guys
I'm
are
gonna
my
die.
best friends.
Speedy,
we get
thank you for that.
you said
host.
we get a D4?
Yes,
Was
each
it
of you gets a D4. Oh
Okay.
my
Let me
fucking
add
god.
that.
Speedy, my players are
We're gonna die!
Anatar the Dark Power, a Rakshasa, and some thugs.
We're gonna die,
In
Speedy,
a very
help!
cramped space. You don't know where you are either in Braunfels. So,
We don't care at this point.
alright, everybody has rolled initiative. We are ready to go. I mean,
It does
are you?
not matter.
Maddox!
Oh my
It is
god.
your turn, buddy!
Oh, so you have that rapier, don't forget.
I don't know what to do.
Let's see, what I
Oh.
want. Let's go ahead and...
You have that rapier.
Start
So.
stabbing.
Start stabbing.
Ooh, is this new?
No, this is an old one. I don't know if I'll keep this one going because it sort of is grating after a while.
This is so fucked.
Maddox, what do you do?
I am going to cast Carpet of Shadow on that whole little area there.
Alright, how far does it go?
Good game. Good game,
I
everybody.
think it's,
Everybody did a good job.
It's a 20-foot square, sir.
20-foot square? By the way, everybody gets another D4 from Bronze!
Thank
No,
you,
Bronze.
Bronze! You're a beautiful man! Oh my god.
You're a
We get,
beautiful-
wait, another D4?
Yep.
Oh,
Oh wow,
my
that hits
lord.
everybody.
Dude, I legit have a, what?
Let's use that instead.
Well.
Oh yeah, this is much better. Alright, so Carpet of Shadow, so
Nice.
Maddox, immediately, you get up from your chair and you feel this power that has been instilled in you by this cruel wizard is just pouring out into
Maddox
the floor
is like,
and
nope, do
spreading
not
over
want.
to the door.
I'm not excited for this.
No, the shadows
Miyako is.
suddenly coalesce at their feet. It is rough and hazardous, difficult terrain, and they all have to make a saving throw. Okay,
Strength.
2, 3.
Someone made it.
Okay, so the Rakshasa, Scout are
Of
the
course
only ones who
Rakshasa
make
makes
it.
it.
Anatar is immediately rooted to the ground. So they are restrained. Scoot, this furblog, is also restrained as well. Okay. And what else do you do with your turn?
I am going to use my bonus action
Okay.
to slip into the shadows. I'm gonna step over here. Is there enough shadows around for me to do something like that, or?
Yes, at this point, I would say yeah. Because you are going to be... Yeah, you'll be able to find spaces for you to do that.
I need to scroll in here a little bit. Do not want. You're not supposed to have. You're not supposed to have all of our bad guys show up at once. For
Pretty much.
just throwing that out there.
I have reasons.
Oh, you guys have an arch nemesis? Well, let me put them all in the same room.
Yeah, let's let them all, you know,
Hey
show
guys,
up.
it's the party.
Including the Rakshasa, which is like 20 levels above us, but you know, it's whatever, guys.
It's all connected, that's why.
Yeah. I am
I have
going
a
to
backup
move
character.
there and hide.
Alright, go ahead and do a... Oh wait, you already used your bonus action.
No.
Alright, that
No,
was
he
that spell your action?
The spell was my action.
Ah,
I'm going to
yes.
use my bonus action to just stealth.
Okay.
Sort of.
I think that's good.
Might be easy
It's
to
higher
see
than their
now.
natural perception.
Okay.
Okay.
That +9 really came in right there.
Alright. And now I need the next turn, Scoot and Scout. So, you see Scoot is sort of like stuck outside the doorway, sort of like caught off guard by what's happened. Scout immediately sees you spring up to your feet, Maddox, and she immediately sort of looks around, stepping out of your shadows, and then she makes an attack. And it fails completely. She draws her dagger and tries to stick it into Anatar.
Oh.
However,
Okay.
oh, she gets advantage because he's restrained. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Okay, so she starts literally just driving this long dagger into him for a total of 7
5
damage. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Woo.
upon doing this, she lets out this this silent snarl. Nothing comes out of her throat, and then sort of tears away from him and moves, because it's difficult terrain. She moves over here, outside of it, and goes into the corner of the room. And then she just sort of also hides. You see instead of using shadows, for some reason she actually starts to glow. And then, as the glow fades, she's not there anymore.
Oh, okay.
So she is technically not here, but I'm gonna leave her there just because. And from there, it is now Miyako's turn. Oh wait, Scoot needs to go. Scoot!
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're forgetting somebody.
Oh my god, yay! Okay, so this Furblog will do this. He is going to attempt to grapple Anatar. It's a strength check. Oh, come on, buddy. That actually ties. What happens?
For real?
Yeah, because he has a +3 on his strength. What happens when you tie versus a grapple?
I think the grapple doesn't. I don't know. Wait, was he trying to grapple, or was the enemy trying to grapple?
No. Scoot was trying to grapple Anatar.
I'm gonna say
I think they cancel each other out, and I think that nothing happens. Is what I'm
gonna say
I
nothing.
think that's what happens.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's gonna be what happens.
Yeah.
They're in that clash where they're like pushing back and forth against each other, but
it's like Harry Potter and Lord Voldemort with the wand.
Exactly. So
wizard fight.
So this huge Furblog suddenly comes up from behind Anatar. They're both rooted to the carpet of shadow, by the way. So this is just sort of like really interesting. What Scoot is trying to basically do is he's sort of wrapping his thick arms around this old wizard and sort of like trying to like grab his arm and stop him from getting his wand. And he's just sort of trying to like wrestle with him, but unfortunately he's unsteady and can't really stop him from like getting his. He's basically trying to remove the ability to like use gestures for his spells, and unfortunately he's just going, hey, get him quick! Don't let him get the wand! And that's what he sort of yells out. Miyako, it's your turn.
Alright, who's closest to me?
This thug these 3 thugs right here are closest to you. The Rakshasa is right here. The dark one is Anatar, and there's another halfling thug right there.
If I move right here, will I be able to see or be able to hit the Rakshasa?
Sorry?
So if I move here, will I be able to attack the Rakshasa?
Yeah, and you won't have to go inside the...
right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can totally do that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a little long.
I can't...
There we go.
Okay.
That's much better.
So I'm gonna move there.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with the scimitar that I have. on the Rakshasa.
Okay, do it.
Or I get 3 attacks.
That's actually true, yeah.
There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. Also going to... Can I use a D6 on that 4 and make it a 10 slashing?
D6? Oh, hold on. Trying to adjust hands.
I have 4 of them.
Yes, you can use those for damage. Unfortunately, only 2 of those hit. The 18 and the 23.
Yeah, no, I know. I knew the first one didn't. I'm gonna use the D6 on that 4.
Oh, and they also get +2 to damage because of the scimitar thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course I get in that one.
Okay, so that's a total of 11, 12, 18. 18 damage to the Rakshasa.
Yeah.
And that is also not reduced or immune because it is magical weapon. Alright, so Miyako, you sort of kick your chair out from under you as you sort of draw your scimitar and rush over and slash at the Rakshasa as it sort of is beginning to back away, realizing to its dismay that the spell did not take hold on his target.
Nope.
Lulu, it is your turn.
Okay, I am going to... Let's see real quick. Each creature in a 10-foot radius. Okay.
Hey, 4, I just sent you a quick note on Discord.
Oh, okay.
5, 10, okay, 10... Okay, no, that's perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to aim a shatter right here. And so it affects everyone within a 10-foot radius, which is none of my allies, just these baddies right here. And I'm going to cast Shatter, and people have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Who exactly?
I believe everybody within the 10-foot radius. So
Radius?
they have to make DC of 15.
There's 1, 2,
Oh, shit.
3, 4. So that's everybody over here?
Yes.
Okay, and that
except
actually... Do you want to aim it so that it doesn't hit Maddox and...
Yeah, so I'm aiming it right here, everybody within the 10-foot radius from here, so...
Okay, so I
That's
actually
so
think only Anna... Oh, wait. No, actually, Scoot is the only one who succeeds. Ha!
So
Even
I've got
better.
16, 17, 18, 19 points of thunder damage.
Wow.
But that includes our allies, though, too, doesn't it?
Nope.
No, that's only
Saved.
Scoot. Actually,
Okay.
let me check something really quick.
Good save, though.
Go for
You
it.
take that.
He takes half damage.
Okay.
What spell level is that?
3.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring it.
The Rakshasa seems to shrug off this magic.
Not surprised. Okay.
But Anatar takes it full face.
Yeah.
And the halfling just completely gone.
Yay! 1 down.
Awesome.
Yeah, that shatter just like erupts his body into
Obliterated
a
him.
spray of magic. Very bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
And I have responded to you, Indigo.
He's gone. He's in the bathroom.
Oh, that's right. What else do you do, Lulu?
okay, as a bonus action, I'm going to use one of my bardic inspiration points to choose a number of allies I see. And you each gain 2d6 temporary hit points.
Is that in addition to the ones you gave us before?
Yes.
How many allies?
Well, they don't stack; they overlap.
Oh, they do.
Oh, they do?
Let's see. I've got
The higher of temporary hit points always takes over.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You guys get 2d8 temporary hit points, and that's up to
Did you roll it?
Well,
7.
who is? So it's all of
Allies.
us.
As long as you can see me within 50 feet, yes. And that's for 10 minutes.
So should I go ahead and roll that d8 then?
It's 2d8, right?
2d8, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Are you rolling it, or are we rolling it individually?
Yeah, how do you? We're rolling it to see how many hit points we get on top of our.
I think if you guys want to roll it, Lulu, how about you go ahead and roll?
Okay, we'll do.
Since you're giving it
For
to them.
everybody?
Yeah.
So everybody gets the same amount?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Is equal to convert. Okay, cool beans. I was just making sure I got everything right. I can. So everybody gets 10 temporary hit points.
Heck yeah!
Okay, so by everybody, how many people can you do that to? Every ally?
It's 7 people within a 50-foot radius, correct?
Do you consider Scoot and Scout an ally?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's. Wait, no, I'm sorry. Charisma modifier. That's 4. Sorry.
Huh?
4.
So I can only do 4 allies. So,
okay, so
What do you
you
wanna
could
do?
do Scoot or Scout as well, if you want.
But only one of them, right?
Yeah. Actually, I think you can't see Scout anymore because she
okay, so
disappeared.
yeah.
So
So Scoot, yeah.
Scoot, okay. So he gets 10. Okay. And from there, are you gonna move at all?
I don't really see a need to because there's nothing I can really hide behind or anything. So yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And that means it's the Crimson's turn. He immediately is going
God.
to take 1 attack at you, Miyako. Actually, I think he's going to make both of you.
Bring it!
Ooh, actually, hold on.
Bring it on.
He's going to slash against 1 for Miyako and 1 for... Oh, wow.
Nope.
So he aims first for you, Indigo. Maddox. He does... But he misses Miyako. So let's see. Let me double check. Because something will happen. A total of 8 damage to Maddox's bow. And from there, he does that.
How many temporary hit points did we get?
You got 10,
10.
I believe.
Okay, so I'm down to 2.
Oh god. Oh, you mean 2 temporary?
And I feel like because it's very crowded right here, and because this guy's dead, he's going to be able to go 1, 2, 3. He's just going to go to the edge of this carpet of shadow, but that's as far as he'll be able to go.
Is that the Rakshasa?
Yes, both Maddox and Miyako can take opportunity attacks.
Bring it! I'm gonna try and hit him with the scimitar. Damn it.
Maddox, so you can get your sneak attack off on this.
Oh, do I get 3 attacks with the scimitar?
No, it's just 1 attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's an attack of opportunity.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a reaction attack.
Yeah,
so that's
okay.
different. The extra attack with the extra attack with the scimitar is a bonus action.
But you can still get your sneak attack.
Yeah,
Even on a range.
Yeah, you get your sneak attack, yeah.
She's next to you.
Vicious rapier, holy
Nice.
Jesus.
That's a hit.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Piercing too.
And this,
5.
yeah, and this should be double damage for all this.
Double.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Yeah.
How much is that total?
Yeah.
New friend.
What?
Well, thanks. Call me baby 1, 2, 3. Thank you for following.
16.
That was a natural 18, so that's not a crit. Oh wait, no, I get an automatic crit, don't I?
Yeah.
Because you're
Yeah.
hiding. So does the automatic crit only work for the first dice rolled?
And
No.
since you have that rapier, do you get that damage too?
Yes.
Because when you crit, you get that damage, that +7 damage.
He didn't crit though.
But he automatic crits though with the sneak, right? So would that apply?
It would.
It would apply.
Yeah,
That's what
so you get
that's
plus
what
the
I was
7
saying.
damage.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
They having this rapier is pretty good.
Okay, now I see why.
So the way 4 does crit damage is it's automatic 1d8 for the rapier, or it's automatically 8 because it's max damage. He does max damage on crit.
Yeah.
So it would be 5 plus the 8 for the rapier damage, which is 13. And then the backstab damage would be 11 plus another 6, be 17. So we're looking at 30. That's 30 points of damage. And then plus 7. Huh?
It doubles because you use
piercing damage.
Yeah, you use piercing damage with the rapier, so it doubles. So we just freaking.
But wait, there's more. Because I didn't add in the 7 yet, so it's actually 37 times 2.
Yes,
which
74.
74 points of damage.
Math!
So it's
I really want to know what this Rakshasa is at right now, because...
So 74 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's not right either. Because we already added in the crit damage, and that's the double that we're talking about. So it'd only be 30 plus 14.
No, your crit, you get double damage for critting. And now he's vulnerable to it, which increases it yet again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I already added the way 4 does crit damage. It's only 1 extra dice, and it's the max dice. So I already added in the plus 6, and I already added in the plus 8.
Just get your whole total for a normal crit, and then double that.
Oh, my brain hurts.
Because he takes double damage from piercing.
From piercing,
That's
yeah.
what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And your backstab damage is considered piercing because you used a piercing weapon with it.
So it is the 74. If it's just double the damage that I do because of his vulnerability, then it is the 74.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's deadly. Deadly.
Math and rules.
Math, rules, vulnerabilities, all sorts of nasty things.
Math and D&D rules.
It's a really nasty hit.
That's pretty juicy.
I didn't know that was going to happen.
What? Alright. Let me actually check something
awesome.
real quick.
Just stab the fuck out of him. Okay.
Okay. So, he's still alive, though.
Short story.
I'm sure.
That. Gosh darn it. I can't find the thing I wanted to find. So, you do a absolutely devastating smack to him. And he... Basically, you see his whole body sort of ripple with this sudden burst of, like, his form seems to just almost collapse in on itself as he tries to pull away and out of your rapier. And then he stumbles through your carpet of shadows. He's not able to get far, though. And from there... After that 74 damage, you now have Cage. Cage, it is your turn.
Oh, 74 points of damage! What did I miss? Okay.
Really big hit. Let's see.
Maddox doing some shit. That's what you missed.
Yeah. You totally missed that.
Cage would actually like to move right here if possible and try to just leap and stab him right in his back.
You actually have to make a strength saving throw when you enter the circle here. So go ahead and give me a strength saving throw.
Okay. Try. That's not gonna be good. Here we go.
Not enough. Oh. Fortunately, you can only make it here. You're currently restrained in the carpet of shadow.
Actually, could I use one of my D6s?
You could, yes.
I'll do that.
What's your DC, Maddox? Is it 15?
No. My DC is like 13 or something.
Sad.
13. Yeah. I mean, I'm a rogue caster, so I'm not going to be...
Alright, so I'll spend one of my D6s, and
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'll spend it. Can I spend a D4 as well?
If you want to, yeah, you can use one of the D4s.
Yes, I'll spend a D4 as well, because I gotta get at this guy.
There you go.
Yeah, so you're able to get there. Do you want to move, like, further in?
Yeah.
Yeah, just add right at his back right here.
Yeah, so that's 10, 20. You only have enough movement to go right here, really. So, do you want
That'll be fine. Yes.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to stab him with my dagger.
All right, roll an attack.
Excuse me.
That's
Oh,
enough
nice.
damage.
And I would also like to dump all of my damage. So it'll be, I have 1d6, a d4, and 2d12s left.
You're gonna dump all of it into that Rakshasa right now?
All right, let's do it.
Oh my god.
Well,
Maybe it's his destiny.
is
He's gotta
enemy.
come
This is true.
It's his
mother.
destiny.
Well,
Miyako's gonna like
you
love you
No.
forever if you like kill this thing. Let's be honest.
It's your enemy too. I mean, it killed your dad or
I
something.
know, that's
right?
what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying though. Like if he kills it, he's gonna be like her. Holy
So-
jeez.
Cage just did a total of 3, 6, 7.
Math, it hurts.
19 is 26.
Math, it hurts.
Alrighty. So
Times
the
2.
Rakshasa is moving away, struggling to get through the carpet of shadow. How much total damage do you take, or does he take?
That was 26 times 2, 52.
52.
Oh,
All right. How do you want to do this?
Oh,
Is he dead?
Oh my
Yeah.
god!
This is gonna kill him. You push through the carpet of shadow.
Dude, I told you.
You feel
I told
it
you we could.
clutching up at your feet, and to
Oh my
your
God.
dismay, you feel it pulling you down, and then you feel your mother push you from behind, trying to urge you for.
Oh,
Nice.
oh my god.
And-
I just leap right onto his back and just bury the dagger dead into the back of its skull.
All right, and he
I say,
collapses.
you'll have no more longer hold on my mother. And I just bury it and push him down into the carpet of shadows.
Right.
Nice.
Okay, the Rakshasa hurt his
So
mother.
then-
That was yes.
So Rakshasha's
And then,
dead.
like,
He's dead.
I have the shadows just reach up and just like pull his corpse to the ground, you know,
Yep.
trying to like crush it even further.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Miyako's just watching in pure like awe, like.
And then,
well,
This could have gone. This could have gone
Cage
very
just kind of
differently.
like turns his attention to Anatar.
All right. And
I'm okay with this.
From there, it is Anatar's turn.
Oh boy.
He is struggling against Scoot, and immediately throws up his hands, wand in hand,
Ugh.
and his voice echoes throughout this room, and he says,
I'm not close enough.
Thaumaturgy.
"Say what?"
I was just saying I'm not close enough to try and stop him from casting.
Nope. And you already used your reaction.
Not either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I used my? I used my reaction too.
hmm So he, his voice becomes immensely powerful all of a sudden, as he says, "Enough! Stand down, Max! You
Shit.
whelp!"
Oh boy.
And
Oh.
he sort of shrugs off Scoot and looks over to where Scout was, and he again says, "Scout! Down! Sit!" And he whirls to the rest of you. He says,
Miyako snarls.
and you also notice, like, Anatar is a very old man, but in this instance, as the shadows of the carpet that Malix has sort of created begin to crawl up his legs, he is suddenly taller and incredibly intimidating. His gray beard ragged with spittle as he snarls and barks at all of you as he says, "This is childish!" And he turns and spits on the Rakshasa's corpse a few ways
Says the
behind.
man who's currently restrained.
And he looks to Lulu, Miyako, and Cage and says, "I'll here for my cat. Stand
And Miyako.
there, like good children."
Miyako snarls. She goes, "Over my dead body."
You will not get my friend this day, old man.
Like all my hair is out. I am like fluffed out as much as it can get fluffed out. Right
Yeah, Miyako's standing tall at this point. She, like you can tell, she's fuming.
Mm-hmm.
Lulu looks up to this guy. Only the weak hide behind those they control.
Nice.
At the day.
All right. He holds his action.
Oh, okay.
He holds his action. Maddox, you notice that there is a bright green glow at the tip of his finger.
Can I roll like an Arcana check to see what it is?
Yes, and he is beginning to aim it at Miyako.
Of course he is. Bring it! I'm ready.
Maddox,
I mean-
I'm going to send something secret to you.
Me?
No, Maddox.
Okay.
I'm going to
No,
send it
that's
to
fine.
you through Discord.
Oh boy.
Okay.
I really don't like this guy.
Nobody does.
Speak to him like before. I was like, okay, mage.
The Rakshasa was first on my list. He was second.
No,
So-
this guy is just like the scum of the earth. Like,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No,
Like on her list to kill people. That's Miyako. That was the he was second. It was the Rakshasa. It was him, and then it was the thug.
Okay.
Cage is definitely ready to counterspell this wizard.
Alright, so this is... the thugs
Sorry,
are
frozen.
absolutely stunned. They cannot believe the Rakshasa was killed that fast. And they cower in the corner.
Or you're
Um,
frozen.
I'm frozen? Oh no,
Yeah.
why?
No.
Oh,
you're back.
You're back.
Hi!
You're back.
We
Yeah,
could
we
hear
can hear you. You're fine.
you. We could hear you.
Okay.
Your face was
Oh no! But, that's what has happened right now. And...
I stabbed the fuck out of that dude, man. I'm telling you
Nope.
what.
We all froze on your stream.
Yeah, I think it's just because my internet went through a little bit of a... So... Anatar has his glowing thing ready. Maddox, it is your turn. What do you do? And actually, he was waiting for... He sort of is waiting for your turn, because he's going to see if you obey or not.
Okay.
But he does curl his finger towards you, Miyako. After you gave him quite the backlash. You have quite the mouth on you.
I'm ready for it. Like, bring it. She is ready for it. She's gonna die trying, like, for real. Like...
Okay.
You notice
Just,
Scoot's face is one of great horror, as he unfortunately was not able to stop Anatar from, gathering his wand and gathering his power.
Okay. I just say, you will never own me again, and I just jump in between him and Miyako and try and take an attack at him.
Give me a
No!
dexterity saving throw, Maddox. He casts a spell, a thin green beam, fires straight towards him, and that fails.
Oh boy.
Can you counterspell that?
I can counterspell.
Go
And
ahead.
I'm ready for him.
So this counterspell. Oh my god. Okay, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll. I don't know
Okay.
I don't know if you
You
can do
doesn't
this.
have to roll. 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah, it's
I
10
think
plus
it's-
the spell's level.
I can't tell you
You
that.
have to roll.
You
You have to roll for it.
Yeah. Just cast the spell.
Or I think you have to roll.
I
Yeah.
have to
Make
roll?
an No, I have to make an ability check.
Yeah, I think you do have to make an ability check.
And then if the ability check works, then
Since
it's...
higher than 3rd level spell, which it obviously is.
So
I
it would
have
be
I have
13.
to roll, and the DC is whatever the spell's level is plus 10. So I gotta get that with my ability modifier. So
Okay.
Good lord.
So here we go. My ability modifier is plus.
I actually have
4
a
on my charisma.
contingency plan for this.
I'm like legit, like, my heart is racing right now.
Ooh, here we go.
Well then.
21.
Alright,
counterspell.
apparently Maddox
That will
means a lot to you.
counterspell up to 9 spells.
Let me actually check. Can he counterspell your counterspell?
No,
He can't?
I was gonna say, I don't think it works
can't
like
counter.
that.
It's a reaction from
Oh,
my
that's
entity.
right, you can't. Alright.
That's not how that
All right.
works.
So
That's not how any of this works.
this ray that he shoots suddenly fizzles out and crackles, but unfortunately does not reach you, Maddox. It stops a hair's breadth
Oh,
away.
that was was
As
that
the
disintegrate?
energy-
Can I ask that?
As the energy sort of
Pretty
fizzles out and just sprays harmlessly against your chest.
I feel like I was almost a dead kitty.
Was that disintegrate?
I don't know.
Really? I knew he was gonna say that.
But
It was bad. Whatever it was bad.
it
I
is
wasn't about to
currently
like
your
that.
turn still, Maddox. What do you do?
I'm gonna stab this dude.
All right.
Yep.
Miyako's right behind you. That's what her move's gonna be next.
Well, I would have to move to here, right?
Yep, you would.
Yeah.
Oh wait, is he
Actually,
purple?
no.
or
You already
black?
used your movement to step in front of.
He's right
Miyako.
here.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, he
right.
did.
He's right here.
Yeah. You
Oh,
just
he's
opened.
in. Oh, I'd have to make
within
a. I'd have to
5 feet
make
of
a. Would I have to make a strength save?
Yeah,
You
but
have an
I don't-
ally within 5 feet.
I
Yeah,
don't
you
get it.
do.
Huh?
No, you
You
don't get
should,
it back.
'cause I'm-
You'll still get your sneak attack.
Yeah.
You'll get your.
What?
Yeah, you'll get your sneak attack because I'm there.
No, not because you're there. You're behind. But because Scout is there and he's.
But it's still
considering
5 feet, right?
This
Scout or Scoot? Is that Scoot? The purple one?
Scoot is purple.
Scoot's
This-
purple.
We don't know this. Dude, this is the biggest fight we've had in this entire series. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Does Scoot count as an ally for backstab purposes?
Yes, because he is trying to stop Anatar. So you can go ahead and do your thing.
I'm doing the thing.
Do the thing.
Does a 15 hit?
It just hits.
Oh.
Yes.
So AC's okay. AC's 14.
Have that wizard.
So he takes 6 plus 6, so 12.
12. Got it.
Backstab.
Huh?
Sneak attack.
Oh, that's
Sneak attack.
yeah. But does it count as an
Oh.
automatic crit because I get the backstab,
I
or
believe
is
so.
that
Yeah.
only when?
So then you get the +7 damage.
So that's 7 on top of 12. That is okay.
You are vicious with that thing. Man, that thing lives up to its name.
Get some
Jesus.
backstab damage in there too, plus another
Yeah.
11 to
All right.
Backstab.
So 13 plus whatever that is.
Okay.
17.
Nice loot. And from there, it is
It'd be-
Scoot and
It'd
Scout's
be
turn.
28 total.
Scoot once again tries to grapple.
For
Oh, sorry, what?
that would have been 28 total.
28. Let me check that. Yep. Math's right. Okay. Do you do anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Alright. And Scoot gets ready. Scout reappears over here. And before that,
Oh, wait, I get a bonus action.
oh my god, so Scoot is able to once again grapple Anatar, the Dark Power. So he is grappled as well as restrained.
See for that.
Can I use my bonus action?
Yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna just jump up right in his face and put my claws around his freaking throat. And,
Oh!
into the sides of his neck.
Okay.
Oh my
19,
god.
that hits!
I'm mad at this dude.
Not enough though.
And like keep him alive, we might want to ask him some questions.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't think Maddox is keen on doing that.
Good luck.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Convincing Matt.
I have 0 questions for
I was
this.
gonna say, I don't think that's gonna. Yeah, Miyaka's the same way. Like, she's had it. Like, she's had it with all these attacking people. She's gonna kill this guy too. Like, she's gonna attempt.
I'm just putting it out there. We might want some input.
We can just go to his tower. He's not gonna be
Right.
needing it. We could get him.
Right? Like, vengeance, like, I mean, Rakshasa was her target, you know, and that was done, so now she's focusing on this one. She doesn't have the same vengeance that Maddox has, but she's still pretty angry.
Okay, so 2 slashing. That's 1. Okay,
It's important to Maddox, though. Cage is in all the way.
so Scout begins to let loose. She starts tossing daggers. So the first one
Okay.
hits. The second one does not hit, but she will go ahead and do total of 3 damage.
Oh man!
All right, 4 damage.
Yeah.
But she's taken this moment to just sort of like just whip out these daggers that are sort of attached to her body, sort of on her belt, and they just start like sinking into his side as he's just sort of like held up by Scoot, almost like ripped up from the carpet of shadows. But both the floor is like sort of pulling him back down, but Scoot is like trying to like rip him up and sort of keep him from like casting anything too crazy. And
I sent you another message on Discord.
Gotcha.
What are these guys doing over here?
Oh, I know what's gonna.
They're just sitting there watching this the whole time.
Actually,
like, oh,
once their guy fell and died, they like were like, "Holy shit!" And they're basically in the corner because they realize like the carpet of shadows is there, so they are not willing to enter that. They are frightened for this encounter.
So we don't have to worry about them. Okay.
Yeah. Because they were just taking orders from the Rakshasa. Miyako, it is your turn.
I really wish I knew how many hit points Anatar had, because I don't want to kill him because I want Maddox to have that satisfaction. So the purple one is, this is, okay. Who's the yellow one over here? Is it the gnome?
No, that is Scoot. Or Scout. Fuck.
Okay. So if I end up doing the killing blow, is it possible for Maddox to come in and final kill him?
You can hold your action. Or you can take all 3 of your attacks on him if you want.
You know what I forgot to do was... Oh, it should...
What?
Oh, no, never mind. I was gonna say you only get 2 attacks, but I forgot as a fighter you get 2 attacks and then you get your other
I
attack.
have one for the scimitar.
Yeah, so that'd be 3. That's awesome. I totally forgot to add all of my revenge dice to that freaking attack.
Ah, that's right.
I've been saving my dice. I've been saving my dice all the time to add into that attack.
Here, I'm gonna attack him, but I'm not gonna, because I was thinking about adding a dice. I'm not gonna add any dice to it. I'm just gonna straight up attack him with my scimitar and see what happens.
All right.
1.
Does not hit.
2.
Does hit.
3.
Does not hit.
Okay.
So only 9.
I have an action surge.
All right. Go ahead and attack once more. Oh, attack twice more. Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
Stupid that one.
Yeah, Nick.
Oh,
Did that one do anything?
it's a spry old man. Doesn't she attack with advantage because he's grappled?
Actually, that's true. He is
Oh,
grappled
God.
and restrained. So I'm going to say
I feel
the
like
first.
we're gonna annihilate this
Okay.
guy without the revenge dice.
So here's the thing.
Right?
I'm going to say you already rolled your first attack, second attack. You go ahead and roll 2 more times for your 4th attack. Okay, so that hits.
Okay. One more time? Or...
Yes.
Yeah! Nat 20!
So actually, here's what happens. That was your because it's still an advantage. The one you just recently rolled was your first attack on your action surge. You still have 2 more advantage rolls to do. So go ahead and roll those as well.
Okay. I think I can click a button. and do this.
15 damage. So 14.
17.
17 will hit, so a total of 6 damage
23.
as well. Oh wait, you rolled with advantage though.
Yeah, because he's grappled.
Yeah, but you already rolled with advantage on that.
Oh, my bad then.
So,
then it would be 14.
That 17. That
Put it back
17
on.
still hits.
Okay.
So I have noted all of the damage he has taken.
How much?
A lot.
It's pretty good.
I want to know the total. What's the total?
So Miyako, you rush in beside Maddox and start slashing with your scimitar at this old man.
He's all fucking restrained. She's just like, mother.
Miyako, make a perception check.
Oh god. I don't like it when he asks me these things. My perception sucks too. 12. I need to click
12?
it off.
You start noticing that as you're sort of carving into his body with each like slash, Bits of his clothes and flesh are being carved off, and then you start to notice that. Let me actually private message you this.
Oh my god. Are you doing it on Discord? Because I'm not on Discord.
I'm gonna do it on Zoom.
Okay. Oh boy.
But Lulu, it is your turn.
I'm looking at this, and I'm figuring this guy's taking a lot of damage.
Yes.
I look to the side, to the cronies or whatever that are still there. Do I see the individual who, at the very beginning when I was detecting thoughts, was like, oh, the halfling will be the easiest to break.
That's him right there.
Wait. Right there?
Yep.
Perfect!
Oh, dude, you're cracking me up right now. She's
Yeah,
like,
right?
Really? Dude, I know what you said, motherfucker.
So, 4, I'm the only one that notices that, right?
Yes.
Because I'm thinking, well, if Maddox is right there, I feel like he would have noticed
No,
it too.
you're the one dealing the blows.
Okay.
And you're right in front of him.
I'm pretty
Alright,
intense on this, dude.
That's
goodness.
interesting.
And his passive perception isn't high enough.
Okay, so this guy's gonna have to do this guy's gonna have to do a Constitution saving throw against. I'm guessing it's my spell.
Charisma.
Does 12 work?
I'm guessing no. If it's against my charisma or my spell DC, neither.
It's against your...
DC. Spell save DC.
Okay, yeah, it does not. No, it does not pass.
Weird.
So
Okay.
Better than her healing Anatar. I mean,
that went completely over her head. Like that joke.
No, she's
I
there
prefer
with that one.
So I'm gonna blind this dude, and I'm gonna. Sorry. Give me a second.
She blinds Maddox.
You want to
Okay,
make him
okay.
blind?
Yes, I want to make him blind.
Alright, he immediately clutches at his face and begins to flail about and just crouches in the corner and cries.
Wait, who's this on? One of the guys in the corner?
he's
Yep.
already frightened. No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
the dude
like
was-
what?
He was
It's
trying to
not good.
size her up.
I'm gonna kind of shout to him like, "Who's easy to break now, bitch?" or something like that. That's like more elegant, but still very like.
Mm.
Meh.
Vicious mockery. The
Cage,
vicious mockery comes out.
Vicious mockery, but that's an action I already.
Cage,
Yeah, without the magical element.
it is your turn.
I don't know what to do with this information I just got.
What do you do, Cage? What do you do, buddy?
I'm gonna take a step right over here so I don't blast this scoot. I'm gonna lay into Anatar.
Alright, lay into him! 10.
Ah,
All
it's a,
depends.
Right now,
FA.
it's a flurry of activity. You can't gain any purchase on what's happening. It's just devastating. You can't get a good shot. So they just go wide, or you just hold back.
yeah, just go
Is
away.
Maddox right next to me?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm holding him by his throat. That's why I
Right,
didn't
okay.
see whatever you saw, because I'm right in his face.
Okay.
That means it is his turn.
As an off question, are any of you injured, like at all?
I haven't been touched.
Maddox is.
Maddox, you are.
No, I lost some temporary hit dice. So
Yeah,
I'm
he
fine.
lost
Yeah,
some stuff.
I haven't been touched. So
Just making sure I didn't waste my turn.
No.
being like, you're blind now, motherfucker.
No, that was perfect.
yeah, it was.
My goodness. I
That
actually
was
think.
great.
Yeah. He's gonna do some Thunderwave.
Maddox, I'm gonna send something to you on Zoom.
Let
Let me check here.
and I can't do anything to. Oh, this is the next round, isn't it?
Yeah, no, this is his turn right now, yeah. Oh, you
So
have
I can
Mage
use-
Slayer.
I can use my-
He starts
Stop
to
it.
cast a spell.
No,
The
I don't.
air in the room suddenly starts to
Nope.
go silent. What do you do?
I just squeeze him around his neck since I already got him, and just dig my claws in even further.
All right.
Is that a normal roll, or would I get like advantage on that?
You have advantage because Scoot has him restrained and grappled.
Let's do this. I really want to know what Miyako has to say.
It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, all I
Yeah.
have to do is just you just need to do a attack with advantage.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah. Well, I did not.
Claws.
That was
But
with advantage.
I sent it to you. So.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it. That's all you got.
2 equally bad rolls. Yeah, I did nothing.
He continues casting Thunderwave, and he's
I will
making-
counterspell. When I last.
All right, you
Yours
counterspell.
like I hate you. 482.
Go ahead and roll your DC. The DC.
I know. Between the Mage Slayer and the Counterspeller.
Yeah.
4 is
It's
like,
like I'm
ah.
not.
Well, I mean, I get to roll if he's casting it at 3rd level. What was that? 4th level or higher.
This is 4th level.
Oh boy.
He's
So,
never
yeah,
gonna
I got
send
to roll.
spellcasters after us again.
Oh god. Alright, so I need to do the d20 plus my spellcasting modifier. Here we go. Yep.
Yeah.
Countered.
That is so sad. So you guys see the air around Anatar start to swirl as you feel this breeze suddenly collapse in on him. The furniture starts to tip over and pull towards him, as well as other papers and leaves and the sticks, and then he starts to begin to expel it into a huge blast of Thunderwave, and Cage, you just snap it. It's done. You cut the cord. You cut the cord on this immense blast, and the stuff that seems to be like surrounding him just falls to the floor.
Can I do a perception check on the leaves and the sticks? Because where did those come from?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and give me a
Can I do that as
perception
well?
check. No, you already know.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Cage, if you want to do that as well, you can.
Yes.
Oops, I rolled that with advantage, sorry.
No,
But
the
it was
first
16.
16 though. That's good enough.
Oh god, I hate that sound. I hate it when he laughs like that.
So, okay.
Oh!
So Maddox, as you're sort of like clutching at his throat, trying to squeeze the life out of him, you feel the snapping of bone, and then you're surprised. Bone doesn't snap that easily. I know he's old, but I'm just trying to like claw his face out. What's happening? And then you realize Miyako is sort of like, Miyako, what's your reaction to what you witnessed?
I am like kind of like bewildered because I wasn't expecting all that to, happen, and I mean, I'm focused on mainly just killing him, but like there's the hint of like, what the hell? Like,
Yep.
what the hell just happened? Like, why are there?
You notice her confusion, and you look down at the places that she has literally like carved through his body, and you see his insides have sort of spilled out. But they're not blood and guts like you expected. They're instead large clumps of leaves and
Right, that's
bundles of
exactly
sticks.
That's what I thought too.
Even some hay. It seems like on the surface level it looks blood and flesh, but deeper is sort of just this
It's a freaking golem.
this bare skeleton.
It's a freaking golem.
So what?
And then it is actually
Golem.
your turn. Do you want to? I won't tell you what's happening, but it's your turn.
But I rolled my perception check, so I would see this as well, right?
Yes. So you succeeded in noticing. If this is Anatar, that's really weird to have your
Yeah.
insides be this.
I'm just gonna shove the rapier, like, up through his sternum, like up through his neck, and like out the top of his head, just as much as I can. And I just stare into his eyes as I'm still holding him around the neck, and I just say, I will see you soon.
Go ahead.
Fuck.
Roll damage. I just want to know how much
Oh my
you do.
god. You get +7 because you crit.
I get crit, I get backstab.
Yep.
So it's 7 plus.
So that's 14 plus your backstab.
No, but it's a crit though, so it's 7 plus 8, which is 15, plus this another 7 is 22. That's just the attack. That's not backstab.
Oh
So
my
it's
god.
16 plus another 6. Would be
You
21 plus 22 would be 43 points.
you stab the rapier up through his neck, mouth, skull, upward, out the other end, and
It's not him.
it's actually a wig on top of his head,
Son of a.
and it just erupts up. And he just gives this yellow-toothed grin as he sort of says,
I expected. Whether the slaadi gets you or me, you'll die. Oh,
Not if we have anything to say about it.
and
Yakos
then
knows.
it collapses, and the skin unfolds and turns into leather, and the blood and the strips of flesh are just hunks of meat, and it falls to the ground in a mess of leaves, some viscera, but otherwise very odd. And that is the initiative. And that is where we will end our session.
Dude, I just start thrashing the pile of shite with the sword and start thrashing
Yeah,
the shit.
Miyako's gonna stab her rapier into the wall because she is angry.
Lulu is standing back.
We'll have
looking
one more.
in
If you
awe.
guys want to give me an Arcana check if you want, we can try that.
Oh.
I'm not- I'm
Only
not-
Lulu and Cage, perhaps.
Okay.
Oh, nat 20!
Abigator, this is a very important role for you. Cage, you will have an idea of what this has happened. You get the idea, yeah, it's probably some sort of golem or some sort of construct. But you get the feeling like that is just too cheap for a man like Anatar.
Mm-hmm.
He would not trust a golem. The only person he trusts is himself. And Lulu, to your horror, you realize he probably is a wizard of immense power. And someone like that has access to some of the most forbidden and most devilish of magics. Simulacrum is one of these.
Can you spell that out?
Simulacrum.
Oh. Fuck. Okay.
In fact, you realize Rembu had quite a seditious habit of creating several of himself to amuse himself. And they had vast amounts of power. And were
So only she knows that name, right?
only she really knows that. This spell, Simulacrum, is incredibly powerful. Sort of just makes a copy of a person after you make a sort of haphazard construct of them.
And the only person I know to have done this is Renmu. That's the only time I've ever heard of somebody
Able to pull this off.
able to pull off.
I told you he was a bad man.
Oh wait, I think it's actually Simulacrum. Let me actually try that again. There we go.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
it is a much more powerful version you expect if
Yeah.
he put this much work into it.
But
I knew that was too easy.
that is going to be our session, and that is going to be level 6.
Yay!
At this point, Lulu is literally just looking at all of her teammates in absolute like awe and slight terror because that went by way too easy. Like, what just happened? I got like one thunderbolt in there. Was like, you're blind now. and here's
Miyako,
some extra
before
dice.
we end, Miyako's gonna turn to Kachimore and she's kind of like huffy and puffing because she just, she's like, are you alright? Not in the physical sense, like...
I will be. Say the same for my friend here. And I kind of look over at Maddox.
I'm actually going to look up from the pile of debris here that I've been thrashing on. Fully hair still out. And I look up at the dude that's sitting in the middle. And I say, the Crimson is dead. This town belongs to me now. You will follow me. You will do as I say, or I will slay you all.
And Miyako, kind of nods and she goes, you might want to listen to the man.
Alright. We will resolve that next session. I'm just going to go ahead and say, good job, guys. You prepared for that very nicely.
Dude, we wrecked.
You guys did wreck.
Do you know why? Because Maddox was able to succeed at that Dominate Person spell.
Yeah.
That the Rakshasa cast.
Shit, because if he didn't...
Otherwise, I would have been fighting y'all.
So I was keen
He
because
would've
I
been
didn't...
fighting
Okay, cool.
Actually,
And that would've been bad
I
because
might
you
have
had
just
my
returned you to
rapier.
Anatar right then and there.
Shit.
And it's even better, like, would have been even worse, he had my rapier, too.
Oh,
That's true. That's true. You
I'm
guys would...
so glad that
You would have
that
been at a
inspiration.
severe disadvantage with that Rakshasa if that had worked.
Yeah.
That is our session. We want to thank everybody who came by and helped us get through that. We really appreciate it.
Oh my god, yes. Thank you for the donations, guys.
Yeah.
Holy
You guys are
crap.
awesome. Thank you.
Holy crap.
I'm just absolutely wondrously ecstatic. Thank you guys. If you want to see me do more stuff today, I'll be running Askren's Mouse Guard game tonight at I think it's 10 p.m. Eastern time now. Now that Game of Thrones is gone. But go ahead, you'll see me there. I'll make an announcement if you want to join our Discord for that. And again, Indigo, you deserve all the mentions.
Just a quick thing, I'll actually be streaming tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. EST.
Nice.
We're streaming the Critter RP. Vincent's DMing that one, and I'll be streaming it. I'm in it. And Indigo's in it as well. So, but yeah, that'll be on my channel, Ayami302, 8 p.m. EST.
I get to be a mouse.
Yeah, I'm the only Elven Ranger. But if
Wonderful.
you guys want to stop by my, by my stream, before you head over to Forest, so
Say hi along the way.
Yeah,
Please
come
do.
say hi to us,
Please do.
I'm always, and Gibbs is in there too. So, but yeah, you guys will totally, we're kind of hoping to figure out why I'm a branded one and why there's more and what's going on and why I'm basically in the mouse world, which I shouldn't be because I'm an elf. So
You're a Disney princess.
right? I'm basically Cinderella
She's
of
still
the
yet to
D&D
accept
world.
her fate.
This elf, like, tiptoeing, trying not to step on the different mice and, like, escape.
Oh no!
No, it's okay because she's the same size.
Alright,
as
the
me.
mice
She
here are
magically
about
got.
2.5 feet tall, so they're
Yeah,
pretty
she got
good.
shrunk down to their size somehow, although she's not really sure how. But yeah, that's at 8 p.m. EST on my channel, Hayami302. I'll be posting on Twitter about it. So, but yeah, guys, come over and say hi, and then you guys can go watch 4 at 10. So.
But yeah, I don't know. You guys have any other announcements or stuff like that? All right. Well, I'm gonna get some lunch and net keys.
Yes.
Farewell, everybody. We really appreciate everything, and we wish you the
That
best.
was fun.
Yo.
Crazy.
Yeah, Gibbs is a rabbit. She's not a mouse. Sorry, Gibbs.
No go.
I love you.
Well, guys, I'll see you next time on the forefront. Stay frosty until then.
Bye.
Bye bye.